Welcome back, everyone. How's everyone doing today? We are back in Enshrouded. Super excited to keep going on the water area in my forest village. Keep doing some waterfalls, figure out a spot to put the water wheel, which we kind of, yeah, I liked it, what we ended with yesterday, but I do want to change some things around with the water wheel there. So, hey, Laurel, thank you so much for joining. Folly, thank you. Euclid, Irksome, Munch King, Emilio, Tresham, welcome in. Hope you all are doing well. So we're also going to do a little impromptu build showcase today. Had someone else reach out this morning, and why not? Why not? Before we jump in, check out some more awesome inspiration and all that good stuff. Zeliana, welcome in. Or Zelenia, welcome. Admiral, welcome in. Who builds the gate that holds the back the water? That's the carpenter. That is the carpenter. Hey, Singo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. All right, so I am going to go ahead and start a call with. We are going to be checking out the world from Zerchugan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Zerchugan's name right, but I guess we'll find out on the call today. And yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. Hey, Isaac. Hey, Sinistra, welcome in. All right. Hey, Creative Casey, welcome in. Here and ready to get inspired to build. Heck yeah. Irksome. Working on putting your wheel under the pools above the waterfall. Ooh, yeah. You'll have to send a screenshot and kind of see, how that looks and stuff. I'm very curious. Yeah. They're always on, so you bet it's gonna be huge. Isaac, that'd be cool. Missed you for a bit. Let's get it. Heck yeah. Welcome in, Tay. Welcome. All right. So let's see here. I can start a call and try this out. Hey, Zershuga. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. Zershugan. Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and get your audio coming through Discord here. Properties, and there we go. And you sent me the password. All right, that should be good. I'll go ahead and join, and I cannot wait to see what you have. All right.
Yep.
Let's see if this works. I'm loading in now. I always love doing these little tours. So much inspiration. All right, I am in now.
I'm sending you the location.
Perfect. Okay. Also go ahead and I'm gonna turn your audio up a little on Discord. Let's see here. Hey Tay, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate you.
Hello.
All right, I am here. Wow, this is quite the
Welcome
spot.
to
Are you in the? Oh no, you're not in the sky. You're on one of the big mesas in the Nomad Highlands.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I found out this empty place and it's in between the three zones and
Yeah.
it's very fortunate place.
Oh, this is really cool, actually. I haven't been to a Nomad Highland space in a while. Great view of the floating islands, the mountains. This is actually a really cool location here. Oh, neat. All right, well, take me through it. Can't wait.
Yeah, I can show you this Wardo.
Oh my gosh.
The wagons. I made it for Bard and Bard Assistant.
Wow. That is so cool.
Really
so it's
tiny.
kind of like a little camp, like sort of not so little camp, I guess, in the Nomad Highlands. Little wagons and barns and everything. This is really cool. That's actually very nice.
This one was first wagon I made. Here, from bamboo
Oh, cool.
and stuff.
Oh wow, that actually looks really good with the new blocks there from the water update. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Yeah, Chisel's showing off his muscles. We were fishing, Isaac. I I didn't have the sure, here we go. Let's see if I can there we go. The wizard cape back on. Yeah, this looks really cool. And the little pots you have and the way you've done the angled roofs. And that's so cool to put the little like banisters, little curtains over it and everything. It's so nice. Wow. The little cage on the side.
There's supposed to be a chicken in the cage.
Oh.
But it's running away always.
keeps escaping.
Yeah.
Yeah, their pathing is always funny.
There's my main house. It's a dining hall.
I love what you've done with the sort of indoor-outdoor space here. Perfect for this area. Oh, that's awesome.
Here is the kitchen.
Oh, super cool.
In the outer place of the kitchen. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. With the little oven, stove there, whole integration section, and then right out to the farm to pick some food. Oh man, this is such a cool layout. Hey Kiernan, welcome in. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I have the rice field.
Nice.
I mean, not field, but something like that.
Yeah, and you got it partially submerged, and then the... Oh wait, this is actually a really good... Any of the viewers take note of how to do a little farm patch. This is a great use of space to sort of have the algae in the deeper spot, and then raise it up to have the rice partially covered there. So you figured out how to do the rice farming here to get it to work out well. That
yeah,
is awesome.
it was.
You've got the little hole
third
to...
attempt.
Yeah. Oh, I bet, and that's, yeah, the little pass through there for some of the water to get over to that spot. That's great. That is a cool design
There
for
I
the
have
farm.
a ladies' dormitory. Nothing
Nice.
there.
Yeah, and using all the new blocks. This is a when did you start this build? And obviously, like, this was a newer section with the water update, or did you start this whole build with the water update?
Start this build with the water update.
Nice. Wow, you've made it quite a ways
My
on.
previous base just got in the mountain too much.
Yeah. Well, this is quite a cool
update.
project.
Here is some kind
nice.
of bath system.
Yeah. The pool, and then you've got, oh, it like flows underground and everywhere else. So how many water sources do you have in this spot? Only one that you managed to do the whole thing with. Yeah, nice. This is great. And that's why you got it all passed through there.
Alchemist.
Very cool.
Place in it a water mill. Yeah, you can see the
Is that from the
wheel
outside
going
here?
on.
Oh, so cool. With the whole trench and everything. Oh my gosh, this is great. So you've got your initial water source all the way all the way up here with this beautiful pond, and then it flows down, goes into the other pool, keeps flowing down, and heads all the way to the farms and everything. So again, really cool use of just one water source for the entire base. And it totally is, you know, those medieval aqueducts and things here with the water wheel in the trench there. That's awesome. And they've got the gate there to turn it off if you need to. That's super cool. Oh, nicely done.
Yeah, I have a little treasury. Underwater.
Oh, that's what I gotta be doing today a little bit. I gotta figure out what to do underneath the water. Or I've done. So you've used the shell limestone on the edge of the pond here to contain the water, but also have all that foliage that's kind of coming down on the sides. That actually looks really pretty.
Yeah. I made attempt to build a tree and just give up
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
plant the tree in the tree.
That's actually really cool though. Plant the tree up at the top of it to almost make it seem a bit larger. But still, I was gonna say
Yeah,
like, oh, how did you do all those leaves? Like that actually looks really good. You planted a
you
tree
can
in the
see
wider
here
trunk. That is cool.
like the
Let's see if I
all
can
of the
jump
tree.
up there. There we go. Oh, nice. You've got it just up at the top of the trunk there. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, Emilio, those gold coins are a terrain material, so when you mine them, you can use them with the hammer.
And I
Very
have
cool.
waterfall over here.
Oh, nice. Even a whole waterfall and back pond here. Again, with just the one water source. That is so cool. Oh, that looks actually really cool for a waterfall. Have the foliage on both sides with the green luminescent stuff behind it. That almost seems like a fantasy gateway to something. It'd be really cool, like a little secret door or something behind it. That must actually look really cool at night too. This is
I
awesome.
think I used all of the water update terrain materials
Yeah, you really
in this
did.
place.
This looks really cool. And it actually blends into the Nomad Highlands quite nicely. Yeah, Cecilia asked, how did you plan all this? How did you throw this up so quickly and get all the layout and kind of what inspired you for this one?
Nothing. It's
Nothing, just kind of
was
went with it.
yeah, it was just a kind of chaotic
Oh, that's
way to
awesome.
play to build. Here I have the balcony. I like this floor tile.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks nice. Thought about like pools or things like that at the bottom of them being this or something. This looks cool up here. Oh, very neat.
Mm,
Oh, that's cool.
what
Use the
else?
granite table for the hearth of the fire. That looks nice. Got Elio's little shop. Yeah, Amelia. Get some
Here
gold
I
coins.
have the workshop pavilion.
Oh, nice. You got the roof beams, little hook up there. Yeah, like I said, I love what you've done with just keeping everything open to the outside and sort of the warmer climate and things. Like this looks really cool. It was well
And
designed for this biome.
I have the storage place.
Nice.
And over here in the basement. Are?
Ooh.
No,
All right.
これ.
Oh, you
I
got
have
the
the
whole
museum.
display and whoa, what did you do for the ceiling there? Is that more of the shell limestone? Does it do the foliage on the bottom as well?
Kinda.
That's really cool. And what you've done with the lights up in it? Oh my gosh. That actually looks really nice. Wow. I have to do that at some point because I've always enjoyed sometimes doing you know, some of the foliage ceilings and stuff. But man, this looks really cool. Love it.
And I think I want to share with you some tip how
Yeah.
to multiply the building material.
See
It's
if I can.
about the terrain mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I stumbled upon that when I ran out the moss and was too bummed by hunting the moss. And I decided to do just this kind of shenanigans.
Oh, yeah, to be able to
And
build up. So that's how you're getting the materials for the new
yeah,
biome because it only costs it only costs like one or two to build up
one,
per
it's
piece, and then you mine
yeah,
it with the
but
pickaxe and get a whole bunch more back.
yeah,
That's actually a really good idea. It's simple, but I totally didn't really think of that when getting materials for the new biome. I gotta do that with all the
with coins.
luminescent stuff and the underwater growth and everything. Definitely. Yeah, really great idea actually. That is very cool. Thanks for sharing. When you had said, "Oh, you've got like a little tip that maybe right, Isaac, this is about as non-cheaty as it gets. Like this is actually really smart." No resource world, but easy to get a bunch of the new materials from new biomes and stuff fast. Yeah, done that with moss and bark. Yeah, yeah. No, this is a great thing. I totally gotta do this for some of the new materials. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is amazing. Love the strategy. Do something similar with farm soil, but never thought using other materials. Yeah. Everybody's telling me to look at all the happily fed animals. Yes. Yes. Taking very good care of our animals here. These are happy animals. And I love what you've done with the fence around the barn there. And the hay and the wheelbarrow. This is awesome. Oh, very cool. Cozy little
Dog place.
outshed. Yeah. Oh, this looks so great.
I have one thing additional for show.
Sure, yeah.
This in the high mountains,
All right.
a little bit
Got one
farther.
up there.
I named this place like Mountain Solitude.
Oh, this is really cool.
There were went all of my moss.
Oh, nice. We're underneath really cozy little version of mountain cabin. Oh my gosh. This is such a nice little design. I could totally live in this place and oh my gosh, this actually is really cool. Tiny house kind of nestled in the hillside. Oh, very nice. It's super cozy. And with the moss up here and quite the view and stuff. Wow. So this is up like as close as, kind of as close as we can get to those floating islands in this area of the mountain. So this is a newer place of the mountains that we previously couldn't access before the update, right?
Yeah.
Or is it kind of, yeah, because Howling Peak's all the way over there. And this is a really cool spot, actually. There's some really nice locations that are now accessible with this update. This is amazing.
Oh no. My altar cut it out the mountain again. Okay.
Oh, for the, on the edge?
Yeah.
Oh. This doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, it always depends when they do quick changes to terrain and everything like that. Yeah, don't fall, right? I think we're doing okay. Navigating this crazy terrain. There's all the shroud below and stuff, but yeah, this is quite the view. And a really cool spot too. This is a nice location. It's all the way up, like, yeah, kind of above the water biome and the mountain peaks. Very cool.
I have one place for future building,
Another
but I
location.
don't know what I'm supposed to do there. It's a really cool cave system in the water region.
Yeah.
It's somewhere there.
Ah, okay.
In...
You've got where that's below. Yeah, there's the elixir well there in the low mountains and things, and then you've got, yeah, that location right below the balefire. Oh, neat!
Yeah,
I'll have to
there's
check it
a
out.
really good place for, I mean, with cave system and etc.
Yeah, is that where the ice kind of like converts to water and stuff? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, where there was like a really cool spot where the ice kind of converted there.
yeah, I think, yeah. It's nearby mountain, and
Oh, that's a cool spot. Yeah, I feel like I've been there a little bit, but I haven't done a whole lot of
here
exploring.
I made it another stuff.
Oh, nice.
I been here are cool way to build in the bamboo forest.
Oh, nice.
Really beautiful location there.
Yeah, that's like kind of in the lower portion. Oh, yeah. Oh, very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. This is really great and very incredible that you just did this in the last, just over a week. This is
Yeah,
amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Some of the new materials. Love what you've done with the water in this build. Um, Absolutely amazing. This is really
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. All right. And you are, yeah, I don't know if it's day or evening for you, but hopefully have an amazing rest of your day. And thanks for inviting me again. And keep us
Thank
posted if
you.
you keep
Have a good
changing anything.
stream.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye.
That was great. Oh, it's so fun to check people's builds out. Very nice, very nice. Take a look at screenshots after the showcase. Don't want to distract too much. All right, Ericsum, yeah. Yeah, very talented, right? That was such a cool build. And to be thrown up that fast is pretty crazy. That's some talent right there. Okay, Ericsum, I'm gonna take a look in here. Oh, I see what you've done there for the forest village for the concept. Oh, this is cool. So you've got the path that comes around, and then you've hidden the water wheel into the cliff with the waterfall that comes like straight down from the pond. That's not a bad idea. Um, yeah, such a fan of her Bard's Caravan, right? That was really cool, really cool. My favorite part was seeing all the animals happy. All right, all right. I'll try to dig them out of the floor at some point. And Mad Macload, welcome in. Yeah, this is great, Irksome. I love it. That is really cool. All right, let's see. Let's do a private. Oh, let's see. Why is my there it goes. Okay. You guys can see the game capture. Piped water from the edge to lower pool. Nice. So yeah, when I hop in here, I thought of a couple things that we could try to do. How did you build a pond? When you try to fill it up, the water just stops at the bottom of the waterfall. So you want to be using stone. That's what we were talking about that a little on the stream. You only use stone in the bottom. Did you fill up the sometimes you have to fill up the pond or things like separately a little bit sometimes. My game's being a little bit laggy. Sometimes it happens for whatever reason. When I join people's world, sometimes I have to restart Enshrouded, or it gets a little frame ratey and weird. Yeah, that's not running it's not running very smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and restart it here real quick. Apologies, guys. Just so it runs smooth. I don't know why it does this sometimes, but it does. Okay. Uploading, perfect. Love the shade everyone's throwing at Chip regarding the animals. I'm gonna have to create a merch t-shirt or something. Feed your animals. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, let's try this now. Let's see if this is any better. Had an issue where the water dispenser was overproducing, and I had water going everywhere and ever to. Oh man. There we go. That is much better. Perfectly smooth. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes when I join people's worlds and then try to, like, Enshrouded just runs all glitchy afterward. It doesn't happen when I join, like, a dedicated server, but just private worlds, I don't know why it does that. But it's working now. Working now good. So yeah, sometimes you have to fill up the individual ponds separately and then delete the water source afterward. Yeah. 3-stream streak? Heck yeah, Mad Macload. Why is night speed only X1? What's going on here? See, it says night speed only X1 at the top. Is something something might be weird with whatever patch they did? That bug happened to you as well? What if I go to a different bed? I mean, you guys can see at night and I can build, but like it's a little nicer to be able to do some of this in the day. Oh yeah, by the way, I did a little bird bath at the top of the fountain. I thought that looked kind of, or the top of, yeah, this like little ponds area. I thought that looked kind of cool. Hey, Grubby Zebra, welcome in. Didn't have that happening. Yeah, so this is the first time that's ever happened to me, not being able to sleep through the night. Now it's filling up. Awesome. Yeah, just wait for it to fill up, and then you can remove the water source that you used for that and just keep the one from the waterfall. That's kind of what I found works. It just says night speed X1. Hello. Alright. Guess we're gonna log out and log back in. Maybe that's gonna fix it. You show us how to get the rice going? Don't get don't get ready in your base. Yeah, not today. I'm not at the farming stage of things yet, but yeah, you want to like flood it. We just did the build showcase in the beginning. You can feel free to rewind the stream there, because yeah, the showcase that we looked at, she had the rice farm and it worked really well. Been sleeping through the night most of the time for sight reasons. Yeah, so now it's day, so something was just weird with that, with the whole day-night thing. All right. Well, it's day now, so maybe it was trying to sleep at the proper speed, but just not quite yet. But RC Marcus, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, to recap from last stream, we temporarily placed the water wheel here, which I'm not quite sure about. It just feels floaty and just not right there. And I don't like that it's not like controllable. I so love the idea of having like the floodgates that we can turn on or off to control whether, control the water wheel and stuff. I would love to be able to do that. And yeah, we've got our pond fully filled from the waterfall. And then that overspilled here to now go down this waterfall and fill up this pond. And this pond, like I mentioned earlier, we had to place a water source here just to get this one full. And now it stays full. I don't need the water source here anymore. But just to get it full so that it looks like the way it does. So that was what we did before. And now what I want to work on a little today is the water wheel concept, because I have a couple ideas that I could share with you guys. I was on for like an hour last night, like trying to figure out where I could put it or whatever. Also put these little bamboo fences here. I thought this looked kind of nice to border the pathway. Oh no, you're fighting a sickness past couple days. Feeling better today than yesterday. Well, it's good to hear you're on the getting better streak, but hopefully you continue to get better. Sorry to hear about that. Cesium, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Think you'll try adding a water gate to the into the water that you built in the way that you did that? Yeah. That'd be cool. And but yeah, I've got a couple ideas. If I zoom out with the flame altar, just so you guys can kind of see the area here. We have our waterfall here up front. Something about it just takes away, I don't know, it just doesn't fit with the way the tavern is. I want the water to come out and over the water wheel. I feel like water wheels aren't often not really backwards in a waterfall. They're often more either in the creek, so that, they can be spinning that way, or they are, like they've got a water trough that's controlled that comes over them. So I'm kind of like, wondering if I do a second waterfall even. Yeah, could I sink the water wheel into the rock face? So I could, that would kind of cause an issue with this path though. And something about this location that we just dug out yesterday quick is almost becoming my favorite location in this forest village, to like just look out through a waterfall and have like this secret little path that goes behind here, that I just feel like I don't want to necessarily ruin that by trying to back the water wheel into the waterfall by like hollowing out this entire rock face, because then we can't really walk underneath it. We wouldn't really have enough room here. We'd have to sort of create this big path that like goes around the front of the waterfall, which kind of breaks it up a little. Yeah, agree, Tower Bill's and welcome in, by the way. Yeah, it looks a little distracting where it is. It's good enough. Good evening, you creative, cozy community. Heck yeah, welcome in. Maybe move the wheel up above the waterfall and make a patio around the wheel. Oh, I see what you're saying. So possibly we could do it at the top of the waterfall. Almost like on the side of the, like do a mount for the water wheel in these ponds. It might also look really distracting there though, because it would be quite large on the side of the tavern here and kind of take away from this landscape just a little. It's very, yeah, so the river would run underneath it essentially to turn it right. Yeah, I feel like there's so many, it itches your brain wrong to see the water wheel in a waterfall. Whole places, fantasy and physics doesn't matter, but bothers you OCD brain. Yeah, same a little bit. It's interesting. Gracer, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. If you put it in the ponds, you'd really need to use the smaller wheel maybe. Yeah, and maybe we could put a smaller wheel up here, but I think near the waterfall, but somewhere disconnected, but still part. That's kind of what I was thinking. So I've got a couple ideas. Apologies for the rain. It's been raining a lot now with the water update in this area in particular, which makes sense. It's Blackmire. It's in the, jungle. These massive trees probably need a lot of water to grow. If the rain is like too distracting for anyone, just let me know. For me, I kind of like it. It's pretty cozy, but what I was thinking possibly of doing is we could hide the water wheel altogether by putting it on this side of the build. To where we kind of like dig out the hill a bit and put a waterfall that comes down over here and goes over the water wheel, but it's kind of hidden, and I kind of want it to be seen or be like a little more part of the build because it's really cool. I was thinking also about putting it in the center of the tavern, hollowing out this cliff and putting a secondary waterfall here. But that also feels like it would just take away this big rock that's kind of supporting the tavern, and it would just make the tavern look a little bit floating, with the stilts having to be like too long and stuff. So the other option was to put a secondary trough. What I was kind of thinking here, and hear me out, it would involve a lot of changes, but it could be kind of cool, is if we came off of the side of this pond, this little pond up here, we destroyed this little section of wall right here to come out with a trough that goes that way toward the barn, and it would be like a man-made trough. We would make it like a little aqueduct that flows over an archway that would go over this path. So there'd be like a nice little like stone arch or something rustic that goes over this path here with the aqueduct running above it. The water wheel would go like right here, lengthwise right here, and so we'd be looking at it spinning this way, counterclockwise this way, and then we'd sort of have like a little pond here that the waterfall, that drops over the water wheel could kind of drip into, and then that could continue off as a little stream that could run down the hill here and go to a tiny little pond over here for the animals at the barn. What do you guys think? It's a bit of an ambitious thing, but could be kind of cool if we pulled it off right. And the barn could have a little bridge that goes over this little pond here, and then I could even have a stream that comes off of this pond that then has another waterfall going off of this cliffside. And then yeah, that could kind of just disappear on that portion. You see the vision? Sounds so cool. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like then the waterfall sort of becomes this feature we could even make like a little mill house or something off the back of the water wheel, sort of into the hill or something here, and then have like a little deck up on stilts that goes around the front of the water wheel on the side of the hill here. Continue this path up here, just like I originally planned, and then have a little bridge for like a little creek crossing somewhere in this zone here. I know it's a lot to like take in, but if that seems like it would, you know, look good and make sense, that leaves this larger waterfall just as a waterfall, because this one looks so cool. It's like a centerpiece of the village, honestly. It looks really nice. And I almost didn't want to put the water wheel in it, but then I could have a separate water trough on the side with the whole water wheel area in this portion of the build. Yeah, a little water mill sounds nice. Sounds really smart and realistic. Yeah, that could be cute. Okay. Provides a water source for your animals. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Just a little something. The water is a trap. Had a plan for 2 to 3 water sources, and in 2 streams, already am close to 10. Oh my gosh, can't stop the water in your build. Oh gosh, Timber. Did I tell you yesterday? Were you on for the part with this whole entire section is just 1 water source? I have 1 water source up at the tavern, 2 ponds up there, a mini waterfall up there, the big waterfall here, this whole pond. And then this continues off this waterfall, and then continues down this stream into this little pond, and then flows off that side and also this side here. This is all just with 1 water source, and I have a feeling we could keep it 1 water source, even if we have the water wheel on the other side with another, like, 3 waterfalls. That could be a cool challenge, actually, if it works. So, yeah, I am kind of thinking that that's what we could do here. Yeah, because that's gonna be a cool thing. I feel like a cool plan. Could you build a grain silo and wheel off the creeks? There's a spot to make food for the Yenos. Ooh, that could be interesting. Yeah, a little something like kind of down here. And Joe, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Only 1 water source is supplying all of that. Yep, only 1 water source currently. It is the, I'll show you guys again. Yeah, like I said, if you do the edges with stone or blocks, you know, something that the water can't soak into, it will keep going. And the 1 water source is kind of hidden up under the tavern here, basically like mimicking like a little underground spring that's coming out of the hillside here. And then it, you know, keeps flowing the entire way. You know, down these 2 waterfalls and then down to the big one. So yeah, it's just 1 water source so far. You keep messing with water mechanics. Could probably make mine a bit more efficient, but loving the water. Yeah, the water is so nice. There's a lot to mess around with, though. Definitely. Yeah, the devs really nailed it, right? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Like the water wheel having an implied use. Yeah. So I do like that idea. We could almost have the large one here for like the mill for the tavern. And then we could have a little stream that kind of runs down this way. And then possibly, you know, even the little small one over here somewhere. Or, yeah, a little small one somewhere in this area that could be like a little grain silo for the animals. We'll have to sort of think that through when we come to that, you know, spot. But I think we could do that. Still too undecided how to work the water into your base. We'll probably start a fresh one. Thanks for all the inspo. Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's complex. There's a lot of... I already had the ice here, and what we've done so far is just replace the ice with the water. And so that was, like, a little simpler. But yeah. Joe wouldn't teach you the way of the water last night, so you had to use separate water sources. Yeah, Timber. Ooh, make a waterfall that flows through your bathhouse into a pond. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Yeah. Have a man-made pond in Glenwood's End that flows down 2 trenches, go into a larger pond. Nice. Yeah, that sounds awesome. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead, I'm going to... quit to desktop here. I'm just gonna do a real quick backup of my world, because if I don't like the way this water thing turns out, I want to be able to change it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick here. Make sure it's uploaded to cloud. Okay, there we go. And local disk. Okay. Because yeah, that way, in case something goes wrong, I have a backup, if you know what I mean. All right, let's go ahead and copy this and put it into there. Perfect. Okay, let me launch it up again. How do you do a backup? There's a... I try to explain this. I don't want to show my whole like file management and everything on camera. Apologies, my dog's going nuts in the background. But there's like you go to Program Files 86, and then Steam, and then User Data, and then the folder that ends in 620, and then your Remote folder is the one you want to back up there. Yeah, I'm sure somebody could help you, or I could try to paste that file path in the Discord. So you can get there. But yes, that's how you do like a manual backup of the world with cloud saves on anyway. Hey, Ruffle Skin, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking here is some sort of pond or some sort of trough. Let's like center it on the middle of here. Now we're going full on building mode here. Let's do it. All right, so we want to do like, let's see if I can kind of sort of center this guy off of here. About there. Is that works? Yep. Because I think those pillars here are centered on the thing. Yeah, underneath that little like dormer at the top. So that could work. Didn't know you have a dog. Give him some head scratches for you. Heck yeah. She's a tiny little thing. I think I've shown her on stream at one point, but she's very barky. Not very trained and stuff. My brother and my mom kind of wanted her, but she just kind of yaps and sleeps. That's about all she does. So Matt, the other big tree isn't in range of the altar zone. Oh, for the other large one, yeah, that would be crazy to have two big trees in one altar. you'd need a giant altar for that. That would be pretty crazy. Oops, I'm falling off this place already. Try to get back up there. Got your dog trained this past 3 weeks. It's so worth it. Yeah. I think the thing for us is having the time to, or the funds to be able to do it. The other perfect location. Put a hut for the hunter. Ooh, nice. Yeah, would be cool. And there's so many big trees now also by the water biome and stuff. But okay, so I'm thinking about here. Let's go ahead and lower this down by 1, and well, maybe that should be, yeah, maybe about there. Okay, so that's the center of where we want our trough to be, essentially. Oops. Okay. I'm just gonna destroy all these guys, just so that it looks aesthetically like nice if you're kind of looking at it from the side of where the tavern is. Yeah. Don't know why, but struck you as more of a cat person. No. I mean, okay, we have at my dad's house, when I go to visit him, he's got lots of cats. Why does that not look centered to me? Something's off. Let me just check again. He's got 4 cats. But no, I'm not really a cat person. At least his cats are like, they claw everything up, and I'm a bit allergic to them, especially when there's 4 in the house. I will not stop sneezing and itching my eyes and stuff. So our dog is like also hypoallergenic. She doesn't shed or anything. And yeah. So the cats is a no-go for me. Especially having more than one and a lot of them kind of crammed into a small space, you know. Didn't realize there was a live today. Heck yeah, did you have the notifications on in Discord? And also on YouTube, it'll notify you like a half hour before-ish, but... Okay, so we've got... Yeah, I mean, that is centered. It just looks off when it's like... When you're looking at it like that, it just looks off for some reason. Okay, and then that thing, those pillars are off-center. That's what looks weird, I think, is the dormer is stacked on top of the lower window. Okay, well, that's fine. That'll work. So not a cat person, not a fan of the dog. You are a hamster person or fish? I do like the dog. If I did have a pet, you know, in my own house someday or something, I'd probably have a dog. Yeah. I would just do more like training time or other things. And we also live in like such a like tight packed you know, condo type neighborhood. Like, you know, cars go by like all the time. People are opening and closing their doors like 10 feet away from my house. Like everything sets her off, you know, for barking. It's not a very quiet environment. I'll act like a guy who leaves his farm animals trapped in the floor, is an animal person. I do like dogs. Say my dog is trained well, but honestly, he's super lazy, so you don't really have to worry about him much. Yeah, Timber, dude, on your streams with the little dog cam and stuff. That is super cute. All right, let's see. I want to sort of push this one down into here, maybe like one block or yeah. This is about where I want the thing to go here. Let's go out of first person, and then raise it up by maybe about one block, and then yeah, okay, that'll work. Shady in here today, Chisel. It's all good, you guys. It's all good. Okay, then we've got the floor of the trough here. This is gonna be about where it is. So I'm just kind of blocking some things out. We're not gonna destroy this yet because I don't want water like overflowing like crazy. But we're gonna do, let's see, floor of the trough about one or two blocks down. Where's the waterfall relative to where we're at right now? Yeah, Timber has a little dog cam. Yep, it's great. Need to train him to be a better paid actor and sit in the dog cam instead of next to you. I think he does a pretty good job for the most part. Okay, so how many blocks do we have underneath here? We've got one, okay, so that's one right there. And then two, maybe? Yeah, okay. So 2 blocks down from that is the floor of this waterfall. And I think something similar would probably work for the other one to be the floor. So I'm gonna destroy some of this off again. Found a spot where this village you are building is, and still baffles me how you managed it. Yeah, the before and after could be kind of fun to do. New viewer just bought this game, and barely 30 minutes in. Welcome to the cozy community. This is one of my favorite games, one of the best survival building games that you can definitely sink thousands of hours into if you want. Yeah. That is awesome. That is awesome, and I hope you really enjoy it. I love this game a whole bunch. All right, let's see. Kind of go down like here. Yeah, that's about where I want the thing to be. All right, so we'll have this be here. Oh, that yeah, don't really want to. Okay, I'm just gonna leave like this stuff here for now, and kind of leave that there. Okay. More of a dog person, or more of a cat person, but you do have dogs too. Nice, nice. Love cats. 30 minutes only, man. That was a while ago for you. Yeah, right? That's awesome, though. That is awesome that you're getting into it. Hopefully you have fun. Yeah. Only fed the goats one time, and it, oh man, Joe. uh, welcome to the obsession, I mean community. Yeah, Katie. uh, cat named Helga, Ebony, nice. Figured out doing water that falls, but having it run along a flat surface, like a flat creek, is challenging. Interesting. Huh. Well, oh yeah, if it's completely flat, it kind of makes it hard to like get out really far. I do see what you're saying. You do kind of need it to like slope because it actually has momentum. Like the more sloped, like a waterfall is gonna be the fastest the water wheel could spin. I actually can put my water wheel in this pond and it will turn because technically this pond is flowing. It flows out here. It just turns really slow. So water does, in this game, it actually does have momentum. It does work like it does in real life in that sense, to where if your creek is just perfectly flat the entire way, your water isn't gonna really make it to the end. Like it's gonna become weak pretty fast. So every now and then it is good to sort of like do like cascades or something that kind of drops down. Otherwise you might need a second water source to kind of keep pushing it along, since it's not really pulling and kind of gaining momentum. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a mechanic for NPCs to feed enemies. Yeah, we talked to the dev a bit about that. Having NPCs be a little more useful or lively. And it sounds like they might at some point. But yeah, that's something that'd be really nice at some point. It's a long creek, yeah. Yep. So yeah, maybe at some point they add something like that. So I think for this trough, I'm actually gonna do it out of what would it be if I did it out of roof blocks? But not like like the granite ones or something. That could look cool for a trough that goes above it, because we're gonna kind of do this out of like stone. So the granite could be nice, actually. That could look really nice. This is just one water source that runs the entire village so far. It's just one, so yeah, it works pretty well. Make your diversion at least 2 blocks wide. Yeah, a single block is rather slow. Yeah, same. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do that 2 blocks wide with what I'm doing here. The little one that I did for the pond, or the little fishing hut, that was only 1 block wide. I think the granite ornamented block is what I'm after. But now I want to see, because maybe this new like temple block that we could make with the new stuff from the biome might be better. I'm actually curious now. Yeah, this stuff, the Drac Temple roof block. Alright, let's do some testing and see which one looks better. Because I might want to make that one. Too tall by too wide, yeah. That's about what I'm gonna go for this one, because I've got the thing like two blocks down and other stuff. And same thing as the waterfall, basically, but just oh, this actually would look really good. Some arches kind of coming off the side of the tavern. Wait, I think this might be the way to do it. I'm actually really excited to see how this turns out. Trying to do the same thing where the water source at the top of the build is feeding everything. Takes quite a bit of engineering and patience. Yeah, it does. We spent a lot of time making sure everything was stone so that the water wasn't losing anywhere or leaking through or soaking in. But it works. We've got the one water source up at the tavern, and it feeds both of these ponds, the waterfall, that pond, and the waterfall down there, and the little pond way down there. And it's going to feed another water wheel and pond and stream over here. It's going to be pretty big. But I want to show you guys that, like, you can do what you need to do with less than the 20 water source limit. So it's possible. It's very possible. Okay, so if I put, let's just snap like a couple of these on. I'm gonna experiment here a little bit with the single block. Start with the granite ornamented roof block. So basically thinking of like this kind of a thing, and then Yeah, this could look really good. It does look like a very nice stone trough for the water, and I would essentially make it the 2 blocks high, at least, so that we've got room for the water. What I like about these is it rounds the bottom. Ooh, that might actually look cool. It's kind of the wood that pokes through at the bottom of it. At the bottom of this block. That's, it's not a bad look with a little bit of the stone on the top to kind of line it as if it was like a wooden frame with like stone tiles to make it more waterproof or something. So there's that block. Now let's do a contrast to the temple block to see, you know, how that looks. You like it? Yeah, I think that looks kind of good. So the Jack Temple block is kind of what I was... This one might look really good because this is the green, which is going to match our forest village. It's a bit textured. Well, actually, when it's in a trough, it's not bad. Ooh. That might not be a bad look. Because that kind of matches our, Ooh. That kind of matches the whole, like, you know, because we use the Vuka Temple block as the foundation, we use the well block as the poles on the corners. So having that green color in the, you know, as if like it's kind of a lot of moss growing on it. The green block looks nice. All right. Yeah, it gives a weathered look. All right. Yeah, votes in the chat now. All right. Here you go. Here you guys go on YouTube. Ready? I can now do these things. All right. So let's do green or granite. And we could do green, granite. All right, I don't know if I spelled things right, but anyway, there you go. There's a poll. You can run them in the chat. Super easy now. Hope to start your mill house today too. Nice, Joe the Wizardy, and welcome in. Yeah, it's so fun messing with this stuff. Yep, so 94% for the green, 95%, 88%. Uh-oh, it's jumping around. Yeah. No, I think we'll go with green, but yeah, it's fun. We can do those polls there, and then I can always just do like the little like end poll, and get that. Yep, there you go. 88% green, 12% granite. All right. Yeah, I wish there was almost like a mix of both. I know the only thing with green is that it's got like a bit of the texture there, but I think by the time we have it integrated into some like arches and stuff, I think it'll look good. I think it just looks a little funny right now on its own without being like grounded in any way, but I think we'll get it. And how's with Debbie on Twitch? Green vote for you. Gotcha, nice. Am I streaming next week? Yeah, I do plan to do some streams next week. I'll keep doing the playthrough with Crimson over the weekend because he's around, you know, on weekends and stuff. Hashtag Team Green. Put that on a merch thing too. But yeah, I do plan to go live some next week. I really enjoy the lives, you guys. You know, as we get some more viewers and stuff, they're honestly a lot of fun. And even for future playthroughs on the channel, I think rather than videos, I might just go live with things. You know, like for example, if Light No Fire comes out, like when Valheim 1.0 comes out for our Forever World and stuff. Now that we got the internet fixed, by the way, is it still running smooth today? No hiccups or glitches or anything on the YouTube end of things in particular? But it's so much fun engaging with you all. I think beginning, when I started the channel, videos were better. Because it was like a condensed way, we didn't have as big a community, people could kind of watch them anytime. And they just worked pretty well. You know, I got some good views on them, with the Enshrouded playthrough in particular did really well. YouTube algorithm and other things has kind of been changing to where playthrough episodes are a bit harder to sort of promote on YouTube. They are similar to lives with the better live streaming now that's been, you know, like, and especially, yeah, if it's smooth, you guys are saying it's running great today again. So yeah, with the internet fix and stuff, and the fact that I can leave them up as a VOD on YouTube, you know, indefinitely, it might just make sense to do the playthrough aspect of things live and then focus the videos on guides, tutorials, build videos, first looks and other, things like that. Because then it's more of like the video content is more of this like edited, concise, like valuable content. And then the playthroughs, because of just the fun stuff that can happen with them and things, it's so much fun kind of doing them live. And for the episodes, it takes me about six times longer to get an episode out than it does for me to do a live stream, for example. And that time I could be putting into building or other things, because an episode still only gets about the same views as my live streams now, or even less. So it doesn't, as a creator, and I apologize for anyone who does like the more edited videos. I get that a live stream might be 30 minutes longer than an edited video, just by nature of it being a live stream instead of an edited episode. But yeah, as a creator, I do also have to prioritize, like, okay, what's gonna keep working if I want to grow and kind of maximize my time. So yeah, that's kind of a soft plan for the future of things, to where I would love to sort of spend the time on videos focused on guides, decoration, design tips, build videos, do the playthrough aspect live now that we actually have a good sized community and a few people showing up on the streams. It's great. Got 125 people on the YouTube side of things. This is awesome. And yeah, you guys are great. So much fun having you all here. Yeah, chilling here because we're into the same thing. Yeah, right? Cozy community, right. A lot of people who join the lives will say they like the lives. Of course. There will be that as well, but... Sure, Joe. Yeah. I could visit your build next week. That would be awesome. Have some updates and stuff. Yeah. That'd be cool. Turn a live stream into a video episode after. Work decent for the dev interview. Yeah, for like really important things like that, where we can sort of put timestamps and turn it into a video, I absolutely could do that. But yeah, for the most part, because they can already just stay up on YouTube, it's easy enough to kind of go live with some of the playthrough stuff. But all right, let's see. Let's get that one destroyed. And let's keep going with this green block. I think I got that one out for. Yep, okay. All right. Stream interactions make this enjoyable to you. Yeah. And now that I've got, the whole like chatbot thing, like all this stuff was stuff that I didn't have when I started the channel. So like watching replays on a TV, for example, you all can see the chat replay below my webcam and stuff. And it also makes the VODs kind of fun to watch, because you can get a sense of what's actually going on. If I reply to someone who watches afterward is going to be able to see, oh, hey, that was the chat from this person, and they'll be able to see it. And it kind of makes it make sense. All that stuff was things I wasn't able to do when I started the channel, so as things update, it's kind of fun to revisit some stuff and sort of determine how that would work. And I think... yeah, especially because the Valheim playthrough is going to be a big one for the channel. Once we have Deep North coming out for 1.0 in Valheim, I'm really excited to jump back in with like a forever world. But it could also be really fun to do that as a live stream series. And, do all the adventures and the exploration, things like that. I just think it could work well that way. Have I ever found a pond in the Kindle Waste? I have not yet, but there might be one over there. The greenstone for foundation around water areas. Yeah. Dude, this is such a nice roof block, honestly. I love it. I love it. I'll use it for a lot more than just the trough and stuff. Yeah, the oasis, right? If I didn't have the stream so small, it allows you to, or allows those on Twitch and YouTube to see and respond to each other. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Having the chat underneath. Technically, it's against like Twitch's TOS, but who gives a crap? Loved Valheim, but never found anyone to game with. Yeah, Valheim's fun. I have a feeling Deep North and stuff, they've just been really slow about updates. They kind of have, like, I hate to say it, it's a bit of like a, I don't want to say like cult following, but some people really overhype Valheim sometimes, where there's like this opposites of audience. There's some people where it's like, oh, this game is like boring and slow. There's some people where it's like, oh, this is the epitome of survival games. Nothing compares. This is the best game ever created. You know, nothing will ever come close. And I think I sit somewhere in the middle a bit of like, yeah, they've been slow with updates. Yeah, they had a really good game. You know, they sort of were the forerunners of survival games like this. But, you know, sadly, Valheim has developed a bit of a toxic community in some cases. So I want to be careful of that as well, because I know we have a really cozy community here. I know that's just my opinion, but it's also pretty backed by some comments that I get on my Valheim videos versus comments on Enshrouded videos. The player base has, unfortunately, it's this very divided community at the moment, where I think with the Enshrouded folks and the community we've grown on the channel, we could bring back that cozy, fun feel of Valheim that it was, you know, kind of originally there. I am Loco. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome in. So yeah, that's just kind of my take a little bit. Those people that talk about Valheim like that is how I feel about Enshrouded. Yeah, yeah, you know, I really I do like Enshrouded and stuff, and I you know, I believe that every game has sort of its ups and downs or things, and I don't really want to like praise one game entirely and only, because to me, I mean, yeah, Enshrouded is like arguably, when you look at the functions and like what we can do in Enshrouded, it's awesome. Valheim also has like the free building aspect. You can rotate your house in any direction you want because there's no grid, there's no voxels, right? So like there's disadvantages and advantages to both, and I think as long as we sort of keep it the fun, cozy community that this channel sort of originated and had, I think it could be a lot of fun. And I really did enjoy Valheim. Like, Valheim was so much fun, and it would be awesome to jump back in. I've just held off recently because it's, I've had to start, you know, so many playthroughs, because Valheim, unlike Enshrouded, when it updates, you got to start a new world because you won't get the new content if you've already explored the area. And that's something where I was like, all right, I'm just going to wait for the game to be done, and then we revisit it, or something. But yeah, I do want to revisit it for sure. When you use a roof block under regular blocks, tends to be a little gap or something. Yeah, a little lip that pops out. Oh, use a lip pop out to hide the gap. That's a good idea, Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, waiting for the games to come out on console is grueling. Yeah, that is one thing about Valheim. You know, it's out on like pretty much all the platforms. It does have a really big audience around it and stuff. Yeah, at least 4 water locations in the Kindle Waste. Oh, cool. Yeah. Really love Baldur's Gate 3, though it's a totally different situation. Yeah, I don't know if we'll do that one on the channel, but it is cool. It does look really cool. You play better in Valheim than Shrouded, Isaac? Yeah, and Valheim's also like a less complex game as well. When it comes to like, it just does appeal to a wider audience because it's more player driven, less RPG and less story and quests. You know, nothing's really unlocked behind quests. If you want to, you know, naked and afraid, you could sail to the Mistlands and die on your first day of Valheim, right? Like, it doesn't really have much. There's not as much like hand-holding or questing, because it's just sort of this complete open world. You know, you go where you want, you do your own story, which could make for a fun, you know, a really fun series for sure. But yeah, it's simple. I think it appeals to a broad audience. But yeah, it's really cozy. Both games are just so cozy. Love them both. Yeah, same. I really do like them. I do want to hop back into Valheim when it's finished. Valheim's what made you switch back to PC gaming. Played Ark on console a few years. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, with the PCs, you know, you just have the components in them now that can run, you know, really high tier games, and that's kind of, you know, has made them just become really popular for games to release on first. And then yeah, I think PS5 and other things are still very, very popular because of the whole you know, affordability thing, and like everybody's got one kind of a thing. But all right, let's see how this is looking. Is that leaking out anywhere around the trough? I think we are good. I don't think so. And as long as the other waterfall's still working, I think we are good to go. Let's see here. I'm a big quester, always wish you could create your own quest lines in Valheim for the community. Yeah, to do and get rewards, right? That would be really cool. I know 9byte and Dakar. I don't know if any of you Valheim folks know those creators. They kind of teamed up to create like a customized, modded Valheim RPG map, where the whole thing was these like player-made quests and other stuff. But the issue with Valheim is that its multiplayer really sucks. It doesn't suck, but like you can't adventure into areas with more than like 5 people because the zones are run by a single person. So if you happen to be in a zone with like someone who has a really old computer, you're just gonna be laggy as heck and not be able to do anything. So I think like Valheim questing and that aspect of it, because it's like an instance game and it also has these like zoning areas for players, makes it really hard in that case. Where I think that's why like that's again why I say Minecraft is like one of the most popular, arguably the most popular building survival game, because every aspect of it can run on anything, run smooth. You could have thousands of players in a server, create a whole, I mean, there's videos out there like, oh, I mimicked a whole civilization in Minecraft. Like, you can do that. Valheim, unfortunately, can't get to that level of detail or things, and, but maybe, you never know what kind of optimizations, what they might add with future updates and things. Could be cool. Was on console till Dune Awakening dropped. It got you back into console gaming big time. Okay, gotcha. Spoiled by the graphics on Enshrouded. Valheim feels blocky to you, more an older game. Yeah, I mean it is. It definitely is. I think Valheim still has really great lighting, really beautiful graphics. But yeah, it definitely has more of that like art style for sure. Graphics-wise, Enshrouded is more of the realistic look. This seems to be working really well. It's obviously just soaking into the dirt, as you guys can literally see the demonstration of here. We're not even floating. There's no water anywhere here because it's just soaking instantly into the dirt. If there was stone here, we'd be fine. But this waterfall's still running, and this one is still running, so they're both still fine. And let me just check down here. We've had that going now for a little bit. Let me check down here that everything's still working, and if that's the case, we literally might be able to run this whole thing off of one water source. The modding in Valheim was a real game changer. Oh yeah. It's like a simple game. I also feel like sometimes the devs don't really add certain things to the updates because they're like, somebody's just gonna mod it in, which I guess is the downside, the only downside there. But otherwise, modding community in Valheim is huge, which makes the audience and stuff really big too. People can do whatever they want, yeah. I mean, we even run mods on the community server that we had for Valheim. I'll start that back up. It's open for a little bit, but I think I'm going to close it down until 1.0 comes out, and then we'll start it back up with Deep North. Kind of wait. I think a lot of people are kind of in the same boat there. But, yeah. I was watching Basic Builder play Crosswinds last night, and the textures and the assets was pretty nice. Would you guys like to see any Crosswinds or something? I was thinking maybe just like a Twitch or a multi-stream YouTube stream or something. Just like a stream of checking it out. It is free to play. And it does look like a pretty top-tier game. Apparently there's building later on. But, yeah, it is an MMO. I don't know how it really is, but it looks pretty. Very much a vanilla player. Yeah, I kind of am too. I really like vanilla, and the only mods are just to make vanilla work, because the devs haven't added it into vanilla, I really hope that the devs still make vanilla a good experience with 1.0. Some things in Valheim I just feel like are necessary to have mods. Which is a little like, yeah, I do hope they kind of, like especially inventory space now that they added the trinkets and stuff. You just can't play Valheim with like an inventory mod that, I mean you can, but it gets really tedious without an inventory mod that at least has like a couple armor slots. Like even just 3 or 4 extra slots, game changing for Valheim, and just makes it more fun without necessarily like ruining the game or making it feel like cheaty or anything. Why is this water level now why is it not coming out? That waterfall stopped. This waterfall's still going. Oh, there it goes. So maybe I was too far away. It had to render back in, I think, when I came up close to it again. Yeah. Because this is looking just fine here. We are, and maybe, I wonder if are these kind of in the way? Ah, yes. Those are in the way a little bit. That might have been what happens. It just has to kind of refresh there. And that's not leaking out of this section, is it? We're still good. I think we're still good. Yeah, only play Valheim with quality of life mods. Yeah, same. If I ever use mods, I like to just kind of use some very basic quality of life mods. That still gives you that vanilla experience, but... any opinion on server hosting like Gportal? Have you used any? Are they good? Yeah, I'm actually partnered with Gportal on the channel, so if you ever want to save 10% on hosting, I've got a link in the description. Same thing on Twitch. I've got a banner. I actually do really like them. I feel they have really good support, really good hosting, good updates, good speeds. I've tried other companies like Nitrado and a few others back in the day. But you know, they all kind of have some ups and downs, but I do definitely like Gportal. You know, I'm not just partnered with them just because. I genuinely like host my servers on them and have been for years, and overall I'm pretty happy with them. All right, let's try that. That is more, I think, what was happening there, and kind of blocking this this thing. Because now we've got a good water flow. We only had it 1 block wide, like Irksome was saying earlier. That's going to create a bit of a weak signal. Now I think this is going to work perfectly. That block actually does look really good, and once we have some arches and stuff, this is going to look neat. Excellent, you look into it. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. Hopefully it works well for you if you do end up doing it. Yeah, thought you heard me mention them. That's why you asked. Yeah. They sponsored some recent Enshrouded content. Every now and then I'll do sponsored stuff for them. But yeah, I also just partner with them in general, you know, for the hosting and stuff to be able to save you guys some money. And then I think I also get like a 2% commission or something on the, or like a 5%. I don't remember what exactly it was. But yeah, save 10%. What I would do if I were you, and what I do personally for servers, especially, you know, like Gportal is like paying for like half the hosting of my Enshrouded server, which is nice. But yeah, when I was paying for them for the last like 2 years, what I would do is just sign up for like the whole year in advance, because you get a better and better price the longer you sign up for it. You could try it out for like a month. If it doesn't work, you cancel. But if it does, then you sign up for like a whole year. Just use my link to save 10%, and that's like $20 off. And then it's only like 150, 200 and something dollars for the whole year, depending on what game and slots you have for hosting. And that makes it really worth it if you want to do Gportal. They have really good pricing for, especially when you sort of know you want the server and you can do it long term. You get a lot of money off, you know, good discounts. Oh, I do. I currently have the Enshrouded community server going. Yep, that one is not too old, actually. A lot of players are still like level 10 to level 20-ish on there. Some people have kind of been exploring the water update recently in their own worlds, and then we'll hop back on to kind of progress on the community server again and do some builds and things. But yeah, it's up and running. It is up and running. Alright, I'm kind of debating where and how far out I want this. We're gonna have to take out some trees. I'm hoping I can leave this big Revelwood one there. These ones, though, are just, they're gonna have to go, I think. Yeah, darn. Well, let's see. What could I do here? Maybe I don't have to. I'm gonna leave those ones for now, but these little ones might have to go. I can always replant those ones, though, which is good. I just can't replant this big one. Or actually, is this one of the ones that I can replant? These are the ones I can't replant, but I think this one I might be able to at least I could replant something that looks similar. Yeah. From a distance, lost sight of your waterfalls? Yeah, sometimes, like, they do have a render distance, as with anything in Enshrouded. You back away from them, they will disappear, and they'll have to, like, refresh when you come back within the area of them. That definitely happens. You get the orange lamps, use underwater, can't figure it out. That's from the Carpenter, sends you on a quest called Colored Lights. So keep progressing through the quests in the water biome until you get to that quest from the carpenter, and he'll send you on a quest to get, unlock those, yeah. Had no idea it was a community server. Yeah, I don't, I purposely, for the Enshrouded one, have not marketed it a whole bunch on the initial launch. I put like one community post out, told people in some of the streams, because I had never hosted a Enshrouded server before. This was like the first time, was a few months ago. And so I wanted to start out slow-ish just to see how it ran, how it worked. For the most part, though, it seems really great. Every now and then, there's a bit of rubber banding just with the way the multiplayer works in Enshrouded. So if you do join, just expect a little bit of that every now and then. But otherwise, we can definitely take in some more people for that. We definitely have not hit the, we've got, I don't know, what would you say, Ebony, like, maybe 20 people who've joined the Enshrouded server at one point, or not like all at the same time, but like in the Enshrouded server roles and stuff. But we've never had like 16 people all on at once. So like, by all means, if any of you are interested, feel free to join. Like, we're trying to set it up so where it's very like community project focused, since there is a limitation to altars and stuff, to where it's not like everyone has their own base. You sort of join, and then you join in a community project that is like proposed and planned by some people, and so there's always roles and always things for everyone to do when you join in, rather than like claiming plots of land, if that makes any sense. That just seems like the best way to do it for Enshrouded specifically. 2, 3, 4. I think that's probably where I'll have the waterfall. Let's see. Poor Lalo, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome in. Appreciate you joining in. Yeah, great way to do it. Yeah. Mailman Craig, welcome in. Any idea why when building cannot right-click or move when you place? I have no idea. That kind of sounds like a bug. Try logging out and logging in again or something. That's all I could think of, unfortunately. Hopefully that ends up working for you at some point. Yeah, I've never had that issue, but you never know. Little things can pop up with early access. It was Minecraft's fault that blew my university studies hosted server. The crazy mod pack and 50 slots, good times. Yeah, with Minecraft you can go absolutely bonkers. I actually made a whole server at one point for Minecraft as well, thinking I would do something like Hypixel. And stuff, and it was pretty crazy. I really did get into modding for that game, actually building some of my own mods and stuff, because it's just Java. It's like so easy to do that, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it ate up a lot of time, and I was like, oh boy, if I'm not doing this like full time, like I don't have the time to put toward that. Yeah, if you plan a server, it's true that people can do a quest. Oh wait. Hang on, I gotta scroll back on your message if you were having a question about that. A quest, then you can't, for example. Wait, the lamps quest just mentioned someone will be able to make... Yeah, so you can look in your mist quest. So that's always something, let me show you, in the journal. You can go to mist quests. And this is where you'll see ones that other players have done, but you didn't do. So from that aspect, yeah, Enshrouded's got a nice personal progression with some things that are important like that. You can just go into the Mist Quest section and get what you need. I want to go make a water gate. I'm going to do that so we can turn this water source off. I think, if I wasn't mistaken, they were like 4 blocks wide. I'm hoping that's the case. But let's see here. Where did he have them available? Thought they were carpenter. Maybe they're at the top and I've missed them the whole time here. I think they're more at the top. Yeah, here they are. I want one of these ones, the paper reeds. That's what I need some more of. I do get a lot of people questioning where you find those things, so I'm gonna go show you guys where some paper reeds are at. Let's go to the spire over here. Find if you play for 10 to 12 hours straight, bugs will creep in, relogging helps. Yeah. And that's part of the reason as well on our community server. I restart it every day. It auto restarts at like 3 a.m. in the morning, kind of a thing when like not many people are on. It'll auto restart just to keep it running good because yeah, that can happen with Enshrouded in particular. It can. So I believe it was these guys. These like little palm or not. Wait, was it? They looked a little bit like these. It's not these though. They're harvestable. Yeah, those ones are just the twigs, like the small palm trees. Yeah, it's been a little bit since the one where I harvested them. I know there were some by the water, but there were also some, where were they? Yeah, they look like foxtails a bit, right? Yeah, none of these are it. You'll have to do that. By the lakeside, smaller and fluffier, yeah. They're more in, like, the outskirts, I feel like I've seen more of them, rather than by the spire. Yeah, only find them in bamboo forest. I think, well, here's a big bamboo forest. I'll just go over here. I was gonna say, I thought there was a big bamboo forest kind of back into the woods a little more. There's a lot of them, but yeah, let's see here. We got some in this location. Like we'll find them. The forest is like this weird contrasty lighting right now. Go to the water spot west of Woodguard. Yeah, that spot's really pretty. I have been there, Katesy, yeah. That spot's really pretty. Nice little spot for a base. Oh, Joe, thanks. I'll have to look at it. Sent you a DM for a Pinterest post for some inspiration of what I'm working on. Thanks. I will, let me check it out once I get some of these. These aren't, no, not these ones. Where the heck were they? I know I've gotten them and found like even clusters of them. I know what you guys are talking about, but in this bamboo forest, or is it yeah, paper reeds. Paper reeds, uh-huh. No, that spot has paper weeds, sir. We need yeah, all the paper reeds. I feel like there's plenty of them over here, but I don't know. Always by water for you, yeah, by water and bamboo forest. I have found them though. I thought that they were not by the water too, but maybe we could go to like the Capybara Oasis or like somewhere over there and try our luck. Or just try to find some more water. Ever heard of EverQuest Next? This game reminds me of what they're trying to do with game development got shut down. I have heard of it. I have not played it though. I passed them. Well, let's keep looking. Yeah, I probably did. I probably passed some over there. The reeds can be harvested for paper reeds too. Wait, the larger, like, these ones are, this is all like the bamboo here. This don't give the paper reeds or nothing. But they're in here. Ah, here we go. These ones. The yeah. See, and these aren't by the water. I might have just not been looking up before. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I feel like I have. They're just the little clusters of them. Let's see here. Any more in this area? I was excited for about 10 minutes about EQ Next. Yeah. I have not played it, so I don't know, and I haven't even looked at a whole lot of gameplay for it. Not entirely sure. Hey, look at that. Get the night flower. Always need those. Okay, this is gonna be harder, much harder to find at night, so we're gonna go back with what we have. This is enough to make a water gate. That's all I need for now. Yeah, reeds are frustrating to find. Yeah, sometimes they can be. Some of the stuff in the water biome is hard to find in general. Like the pearls, the night flowers. It's hard to get like enough of them and stuff. But Creative Casey, thanks for the super chat. Paper reeds can be found in springlands around water spots. Oh, you can there? Go to the water spot west of Woodguard for, oh, that has paper reeds there? That's why you're telling me to go there? Okay. I thought you were like, oh, you should see the spot, because it's like a really pretty spot, too. Okay, wait, it actually has, where's the, not the Revel windows there. That has, paper reeds there, though. Yeah, we just need a build camera, Isaac. We just need a build camera, some way to, like, zoom way out of our thing. It was in between Woodguard and the stash. We're wanting to go like right over here. Oops. I just want to set a waypoint here. Waypoint. Also Fort Calvin. Okay, okay. Let's get over here. On any biome where our ponds? Yeah, apparently every biome does have some water now added. One of these days, gonna get Chiselchip trained to use the people and places menu for teleporting. Wait, the people and places menu for teleporting? Is there a different way to teleport in Enshrouded that I'm missing? Where are these? Are these ones it? These like cattail looking things that give you the paper? Oh, they do. Cool. Yeah, I was used to picking up those other ones that we found in the bamboo thing. Uh-oh. This is can I harvest this one? I know my backpack's full. It's not full of paper reeds though. Oh, that one just really doesn't want to be harvested, I guess. Well, these will be good. Yeah, I didn't know either. This is great. Well, thanks for letting me know. I did not, this is an easy spot, and they'll just keep regrowing here. Just from the spire to get a bunch of them. I wish, yeah, these ones you can't harvest. If I dig them up, too, they're gonna, like, disappear because I accidentally hit them with the pickaxe. There's quite a few here, though. This is great. Like by Westcott has more? Nice, nice. Well, this is good to know, then. And just a bunch of other biomes you can just go crazy with them. Sweet. Oh, perfect. Quasi, I'm late. No worries, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. Be nice to be able to plant them for decorations. Oh, can we not, You hit the 1 key on the map screen? Wait. Map? And then 1? Oh. Oh, cool. I haven't really used that ever. I just kind of zoom out and like, oh, wait, that's cool though. And then you can select like, oh, Ancient Spire. I want to go to Albany Summits. Dude, thanks. That's cool. I honestly, haven't really done that, but nice. Love it. Hey, Ruby Jade, welcome in. 3 streak, heck yeah. Turn loot drops to 200%. Takes, yeah, long to get, yeah, exactly. That's a nice thing to be able to do. Is that new, or did I just never notice? I don't know. Is it new with some update or some? Is it new with this update, or has it been around forever and I just literally haven't noticed? Because that's cool. Been around for a while. I've noticed that used. Good to know. Yeah, that's great. Another thing you didn't know either? Yeah. Yeah, we're learning so much just from going live. I feel like, yeah, some people are like, wait, you only have like 1,000 hours in the game and you know all this stuff? It's like, yeah, you guys teach me about it. Learn all this awesome awesome tips and tricks from you all. Alright, let's get this water gate. One plus spacebar is since from the start. Wait, so map 1 spacebar? Oh, or maybe I'm reading it wrong. Been around for a while at least. Yeah, at the least. So I don't know what particular update, but yeah, that's really great to know. That's awesome. Another thing that helps with live source videos from the community for new ideas, suggestions in real time. Absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome. Don't think you can plant them, but you could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know if there's seed beds. I mean, I've picked them up before, but let's see. Do any of these plants look like paperies? It's just sugarcane. We've got the bamboo. Oh, this seedling and the mangrove. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately. It doesn't look like we can plant them. Yeah. Oh, best tip so far for you is mouse macro to quick deposit stacks. Sequence of E, Shift R. Oh, wait, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I mean, I have these like really simple ambidextrous mice, so they only have the 2 buttons that I already have programmed for like, you know, forward and like the forward or back arrows because it's just so useful for editing and stuff. But I do have like a little macro pad thing that I use as like my stream deck kind of a thing that I could totally set that up as. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah. Well, I remember those ceiling crates that led to outside, wait, in a room with the air and the temples, you can get air. Oh, interesting. But need to repeatedly swim up and bounce off them. Interesting. All kinds of interesting ways to cheese the stuff. Okay, this is... There we go. That should now drain and stop that one. This looks really nice. That fits in there perfectly. And, oh, wait. Oh, do I need to do, you know what? I might need to do a further, like... Yeah, hang on. Might need to, like, put that... There we go. Okay. Just to have, like, another block in there so that it seals up against the grate thing since I snapped it to the blocks. Wait, were they in the seed bed under the grain section? Were they in the... Were they up, rice seedling, wheat seedling. So the rice seedling might be what you were thinking of. Looks kind of similar. Yeah. So this is perfect. Now we've got that one turned off. And what are those, like, textures underneath the green block? I want to look at this from underneath and make sure. Yeah, it does look good. I think that'll be perfect. So yeah, scratch the waterfall being here, officially. Sorry, we're getting a little less done today. It feels a little slower because there's all kinds of brainstorming and and random stuff. But I guess, hey, that's the point of life. I feel like I don't feel bad because I watch other streamers and it's like they're just chilling with people. They don't necessarily feel like they have to be streaming at 100 miles per hour, you know what I mean? So hopefully guys are still enjoying it. Even if some streams are slower or we get less done than others. But yeah, I don't like the waterfall here. Or the water wheel here, I should say. The waterfall's nice. But I think that this area just looks better as a as the waterfall. That just totally features, and then the water wheel being on the side here, I think is gonna look super good. Yeah, this is gonna look nice. Gotta teach some people something. Some good. Nice, Erksum. Oh, and yeah, Joe, thanks. We check the DM. Got that feeling too. Yeah, it's a tough balance between building a bunch, managing the chat, staying focused. Yeah, right, but it's like I don't want to ignore the chat either, you know, because this is the kind of thing where yeah, it's like that's the whole point of a live stream is like to interact with people and chat with people. So okay, ideas for the mill house. Oh, sweet, Joe. Hang on, let me like exit out of this stuff here. Click through all these ads. Okay. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Or we've got the yeah. Got some nice stuff here. This could be neat. I'm thinking something really tiny, but or like this little guy here. Like, I don't know, something fun. Really little. Yeah, thanks, Joe. This is awesome, actually. I gotta start using like Pinterest for some of the plans and inspiration. Be very useful. Wait, there's supposed to be a stream itinerary? I suppose not entirely. But I do generally kind of have plans for what I want to do during streams. You know, I was spending time yesterday planning, like, okay, could this work? I think this is gonna work so well, actually. This looks really good too for this water thing. But yeah, I need to, now let's see, how far back does this water wheel need to be? Oops, I don't want to really rotate it. Blocks wise from the edge of something. This is what we're gonna start testing as well. Is yeah, in terms of about where. So if I put some blocks here, let's just put a row of them. We know that these are 8 blocks, so I'm gonna put a couple of these. So we've got 16 blocks there. Where does the wheel like hit the edge of the block? We want it to be like 1 block out for the waterfall to like kind of hit it in the right spot. 1 more block out. Let's see. We want it to be more like, let's see here. There about. Yeah, that way the water falling off will hit it in the right spot. Where did that end up? Let's destroy that. Ooh, exactly 8 blocks back from the edge, essentially, is where the big water wheel's gotta be. Alright, good to know. Pinterest concept art and concept art buildings with cutouts are your friends. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I do feel like they can be really inspiring sometimes. Once I kind of develop a style, it's like I don't really look for much inspiration anymore, but sometimes it really can be helpful. Dutch sawmill wheelhouse. Yeah. Hey, Mina, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Wouldn't it be nice if we could direct output from production places like straight into chests? Yeah. Or be able to somehow, kind of treat them like magic chests or things. That was what someone was saying in a comment on a video. Your style is a rat maze, Isaac. Thoroughly enjoy your style, low-key and chill. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Glad you guys like it. So yeah, 8 blocks back from the edge is where the wheel needs to be positioned. I think we gotta go another 4 blocks out with this. Yep. Because this trough is gonna need to be pretty long. And I'm hoping it's not gonna be too long to where the water's not gonna make it all the way to the end, but I guess we'll see here. Alright, let's get this guy like up here. Okay. And let's do this out by some more blocks. Oops. Sorry about the tree. I do think I'm gonna have to remove these. Alright. Let's get that one up. Oop. I feel like these roof blocks seal really nicely too. It doesn't like leak around or anything. Yeah. Make some Earl Grey irksome. Some Urkel Grey. Might have to drop the trough. Yeah, to keep the water going, possibly to drop it by 1. This is true. Let's see what happens if I open the gate. What happens now? Is it gonna? It's gonna initially probably make it to the end. Because yeah. Because of the force behind it, but once the pond level settles down, that's what I'm curious about, is give it a few seconds and see if it stays, I think this will be fine, actually. Yeah, this this'll still hit it over there. It can go for quite a ways. It just does start getting lower and lower, but because it's blocks, again, and we're not having any leaks, it's perfectly sealed. It's doing well so far, I think. A special blend of irksome gray. You could stagger the trough. Yeah, add lower level to keep the momentum. Yeah, if we had to go really long, we could definitely do that. This is why you keep a kettle by your computer. I thought you said on your computer for a second. I was like, wait, that's brilliant. Use the heat from gaming sessions. Yeah, by your computer. Gotcha. That'd be a great combo. Water bubbles over. It's like, yeah, my stuff's waterproof for sure. Samuel X, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Just joined. Heck yeah, welcome, welcome. Did your computer legendary fish? Or is it only epic fish? I did. Or encounter, I should say, yeah. I have only encountered epic fish because, yeah, I don't actually think there are legendary fish, but I could be wrong. I haven't gotten all the fishing rods in the game yet, so. Managed to cut out the pond with squares. Looks so hideous. Do you have any tips to make it rounder? Pond with squares. I mean, you could look at kind of what I've done here. Are you talking, like, is it made with blocks or, yeah, because I just kind of like dig kind of naturally with the pickaxe and kind of use the smaller blocks to refine some of the edges. And I sort of just got the natural rock look here by sort of doing that a bit. Cheated went to the Shroud Depot for the fish quest. Yeah, remove most of the ground with blocks and then kind of just pickaxe it a little bit. Had a friend who turned his PC case into a fridge for beer. Use the liquid cooling system and to cool the beer like 30. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And yeah, Erickson, yeah, scared to even try water cooling your rig. I am too. I am afraid that if I don't keep up on the maintenance, and see, yeah, I just have an air-cooled rig, and with the newer fans, like you get some Noctua fans in it, it is no louder than a water-cooled. And I was like, you know, I could maybe save a degree or two by having water-cooled, but when I was looking at the specs for my specific configuration, it wasn't necessary. Yeah, and at least in this case. Is this, okay, no, there's no water there. It's not leaking. We're good. So we want to do, let's see, there's the trough there. The water wheel's gonna go, let's kind of follow this down a bit. That's gonna give me, I'm gonna give good room for the path. Yeah, I think so. If we had the arch kind of going around the path, let's see, what does that look like from kind of farther away? I think that looks good. We could come out like another 4 blocks, but it's looking pretty good. Doing a build a home base for your series in the new biome, and will be your end base. Yeah, I do want to build in the new biome at some point for sure. I want to do a really cool end game base, even crazier ambitious than this forest village. I would love to do some building there. Yeah. Got a little fishing hut video. Have you seen that one yet? It was yeah, just a build video for a little build in the new biome. Some really cool materials and stuff there. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is that like, imagine that water wheel right there being down, you know, underneath the trough. It gives us just enough room to have a path here, so that's like the minimum length it could be, but we could go out a little bit more. You use a tree root to hold up the water trough. Oh, that could be kind of interesting. Something crazy. I feel like the arches with the stone would look really cool, but you've seen it. Nice, yeah. Half arch into the rock could be cool. Yeah, or one of those like new arch pieces. I think they're still too big for what I'm trying to do here. We need small ones, but Yeah, we'll do a half arch in the rock. It'll come out, you know, like a little ways. I'll do a couple of like little pillars holding it up. Once your PC gets upgraded better rig, you'll definitely be playing this game again. Heck yeah. What character build do I have? We've got a mage. Very magey. Wizard, healer, battle mage, mostly, with a little bit of trickster and other stuff. Don't have a video, a little bit of the tank. Yeah, I don't have a video to showcase it just yet, but I'll probably start working on that at some point now that we have the skill points needed for that video. What am I gonna build? Famous locations, Hogwarts, Rivendell, etc. I've still been thinking about it, Creative Casey. Like, what if I started up just like another server just for crazy locations like that? Or I would need help from people. I feel like those would be so ambitious to try to keep doing. And Contract has already done some of them, but like a Rivendell build could be super cool. Yeah, the Sun Aura. I like it, but... So the Sun Aura is hit or miss. I don't like it as a content creator, because if I try to go into the Shroud and then take a thumbnail shot being next to a Shroud enemy, then they always attack me, even if I have pacify enemies on with Sun Aura, because it does damage just to surrounding enemies. You just have to be near them and it does damage, which is a really good skill. Yeah, I kind of don't like it because I can't get a thumbnail shot without being attacked by tons of enemies. What's the next big thing besides water that you would like to see in the next big update? They're probably going to be doing like a little Hollow Halls update between now and 1.0 and stuff, and then obviously a lot of optimization that I really want. As far as biomes and stuff, they're done. The water biome's the last one they're doing. So it's more about like performance and tweaks and all that kind of stuff, you know. I really hope render distance gets better, things like that. Little bits of performance. Yeah. So this is flowing out. I think with the waterfall being here, I mean, I think that works. It's just a little... If I wanted to have like a full arch, that's kind of what I was wondering, is like, oh, do I put a full arch next to it? And maybe I could. Yeah, Sun Aura is essential for you. Yeah, it's a nice skill. I don't have it as doing thumbnails and stuff. Didn't know the water biome would be the last one. Yeah, last one that's planned at least. Like to see foreign lands get added to the game. Ooh, interesting. That could be cool. Yeah. Secured against rotational forces. Be unnatural to mount heavy wooden wheel above water. Yeah, no water doing, yeah. So we're gonna continue. I'm debating. Do I end it there? Do I bring it out by another 4 blocks? I'm kind of feeling like here is pretty good, especially if we do this right. Let's try it here and see. Been watching all the build videos for weeks now, building your own forest village. Glad to finally catch you live. Welcome in. Hopefully you've been enjoying the videos. Yeah, we've got a lot of them in the playlist now. The whole forest village playlist alone, with a lot of it's kind of been a live stream series for the most part, with some of the builds being their own build video. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So welcome in. Okay, so let's do, we want it to be like 8 blocks back from the thing is where the pivot has to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is where we want to do like a wooden sort of a feature, maybe like a little edge bracing. This is going to be what holds the water wheel in place. And then another, let's see, yeah, 8 blocks back from the edge. So we're going to want it to be another, oh gosh, let's see. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just going to put a block there for now, just so I can Kind of, sort of. Okay. Yeah, so our 16 is on that side of the 4 blocks. Yeah, somewhere in there. Let's continue these down first. Let's put this guy down here. Okay. "29 videos in the Forest Village playlist." That's content for days. Yeah, that's we've been working on this thing for a while. That is for sure. Okay, I'm gonna need to at least jump up a little bit here. Get some of these. Sorry, you don't want to spoil the game. Oh, no worries, no worries. I didn't get a chance to like read the top half of the message. Kind of got a little cut off that was sent by you. YouTube barfed. I think that's only for you still, Saber. It seems to happen for you like every time, regardless. I actually changed some internet stuff around. Other people have been saying it's been flawless lately since that, so I'm really glad. And hopefully it's still the case. Oh yeah, just throw down a trampoline. Yeah, definitely. We could do that. We could do that. Shadow Dragon, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How'd you get #1 ranking, Creative Casey? I don't know. Sometimes it resets the rankings. It's been a little weird, but yeah. Stream's been smooth. I'm so glad to hear, Ebony. And we're even going to Kick today. I didn't tell you guys that initially because I was like, I wanted to really push my internet today to do the final test before I go ahead and wire the house up with Ethernet. And we're going to Twitch, YouTube, and Kick all on the crappy internet today, and I guess it's still working. That's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, rankings are set per stream. Sometimes it's really weird. I have had them reset mid-stream. I don't know why. But they have done that. And it's only been a very recent thing, but people in the medieval times did use the bounce, or the buoyancy of wood. Hold up the wheels in place. Oh, interesting. Yeah. That's cool. I don't know a whole lot of the lore, you know, there's stuff behind it, but that's really neat. Alright, I'm gonna start building. We're just gonna have like all kinds of floaty scaffolding here. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit more like here. And then maybe one like here. Yeah, these trees are definitely gonna be a bit of a pain, but okay, so we want to do like down here. I don't want to be in first person. I want it to be right below the trench. Yeah, about there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in. That should be like right close to touching. We could even go 6, but there you go. Now the waterfall flows right over the end of the wheel, just like that. And that does leave room for a path here. Plenty of room. Let's just see how that's looking from far. Oh, I do think that's gonna look good. I do think that's gonna look really good. Okay. Just found a water wheel fountain thanks to Pinterest. Ooh, interesting. That's cool. Watching your build yesterday and YouTube didn't barf once? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's maybe it's YouTube depending on the you know side, you know, where you're viewing from and stuff. Sometimes the decoding servers and stuff can do that. Yeah, yeah, that's really cool though. I didn't know that you could use buoyancy to sort of support the water wheels. So we'll have like a whole framework for the water wheel over here, which I think will be nice. And do you guys agree that like this is about long enough, having the water wheel be like right up close to the pathway, right in here? At least I think it could be pretty cool. We could do it lower, but I think coming off of the thing at the same height of the waterfall just kind of makes sense to where you can kind of go up here and close the gate. Now some rice and algae fields, yep. I think it's cool being close. Looks very cool having a water wheel suspended and turning though. It's a fantasy world. Yeah, this isn't gonna be like as suspended and stuff. It is. I'm gonna be fully grounding it and stuff with a whole bunch of bracing to make it look more realistic. A little more realistic there with bracing that goes down to the ground and stone arches that'll... Well, I was hoping to have one column come over here. So I am debating if I go out by just 4 more blocks with this water wheel. Just so I have room for the column to come down. To sort of support the arch. I kind of want to. This just isn't... it feels like it just needs to be more like out here. That means the waterfall will be like here, and then we'll have plenty of room for the stone column. Oh yeah, we're just starting. I am local. Yeah. We are just starting the build process, so it is not in the late stages. We'll be tweaking and fixing a whole bunch here, but yeah, I'm gonna need to get rid of this this tree here. It is this tall one. It is in the way now. That's okay. We've got a lot of trees, and we can always plant more and stuff, but okay. Let's get up high over here. The wheel's supposed to be a bit sank into the water. Yeah. Yep. That's yeah, so it's the water is like flowing down in between. You guys can say, oh my gosh. Good old character gliders. So yeah, it's flowing in between as long as it's hitting those wooden pieces, basically, is what it's supposed to do in real life, kind of a thing to keep it flowing. Waterfall looks a little naked around the sides in my mind. Having the rocks jutting out on the sides. The wall is a little smooth. Oh, like this waterfall in the front. Having yeah, putting a little bit more on the sides of it probably. Yeah, and I want to put more like supporting this path and things. The landscape and prettiness is very far from done. But yeah, that could be nice. Go ahead and sleep so you guys can see again. All the way up in the bed here. You want an endgame build? You thought of creating a Minas Tirith? Didn't someone do that? Didn't Contracts community do that in Enshrouded already? I think I saw Enshrouded build of that, and it was really impressive, really cool. Alright, so we want to go out by another 4 blocks. I'll keep the thing running here. Yeah, I guess so, Erx. Gotta chat more, take back the leaderboard thing. Alright, that makes like a big waterfall. We have it, which actually that looks kind of cool. Oops. I don't want that. There we go. I just want these two. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. Maybe the 3. We could also have this be like a pretty large waterfall. I could get rid of those 2, and then it like comes out on the sides to be a bit bigger. That does look kind of nice. Alright, so 8, so we wanted to do now, instead of, so from the edge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there, and then yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, so this one goes right there. Alright, let's just do these big blueprint to sort of get rid of these ones. Do some vertical building struggle. Ooh, yeah, creative Casey. Huge medieval city. That sounds awesome. Quietly watching while you play today. No rankings for you for sure. Just made your first Ebony Lake and loving it. Heck yeah. Building around it. Time for a waterfall. Oh, that's awesome. brainstorm idea for your build. What if the water fell into some rice or algae fields before running off into the animal area? What I was thinking, I mean, yeah, the rice or algae fields could be there. What I was thinking though is to put, and hey, Chris, welcome in. Like a floodgate here. This spot here is kind of at the perfect height for some rice and algae into where I could use it, do it off of this water source here, or this pond, and make the farms be in this section. But yeah, we could totally do some more farms and stuff up there. Cause like yeah, rice or grain for the animals, you know, that could work. For sure, that could work up there. So yeah, I'm gonna come down by some of the blocks on this side. Let's keep getting rid of these ones. I think this is a good position for the water wheel here. This we gotta get like back up top here. This is very high up. Lots of lots of verticality. Okay, we want to come up like here, just so that kind of cuts off, and then continue down. And this is wait, that's is that 8 blocks back? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that looks so tiny from here. So much bigger than it looks there. Oh, cool. I can just use the side of the water wheel to build down. That works. Oop, right there. Okay. Let's go down here. Okay. Try using the new biome area for Atlantis before it was destroyed. Ooh, maybe we'll build sunken parts of the city too. That would actually be really cool. Planting the rice and algae on submerged fertile basin dirt is great. Oh, it made my large algae mature almost immediately. Ooh, nice. Problem is it's hard to see through foliage of the dirt. Yeah, that's okay. I can turn foliage off. But yeah, I get what you're saying, like when you have to plant them and stuff. I see what you're saying. Alright, and we want to, I think being like 4 blocks in the side works there. But that's something I want to check on as well. Is how close is that in relatively speaking to working out here. Let's get over here and start from the top here and go down. Is this like right on the edge of the water wheel, or how does this work? Do we want to glitch it back by 6 blocks? This is kind of what I was thinking of. It might end up causing issues. Is that about centered? Let's go. I'll back it in by 5 clicks, and that should work out perfectly, honestly. Okay. Oh gosh. Alright, get up here. So much jumping around. Should redirect the path of your tavern under the wheels so patrons all fear for their life. Yeah, we gotta still have the safety. Somewhat. Okay. Now can I go here? I want it to be bumped down by, oop, crap. Nope, not like that. Close, but alright. And this section, I think 1 more block down. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. And like that. Oh wait, it already was 5 in. Hold on, Q in the thing. That resets it. Okay. And then zoom out. This is at the bottom. Oh boy, this tree is alright. Let's put one like here maybe. Can I see a little better? Yeah, that's better. It could be a shower to clean them on the way. Been binging your Enshrouded videos on YouTube last couple weeks and just happened to catch you live. Heck yeah, welcome in. Hopefully you're enjoying them. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, I've been loving this new update. It is just awesome. So about, yeah, this height right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. should technically pretty much center the wheel to where it feels like it's in between the things there. Oops. Let's kind of see. Not bad. Yeah, that's pretty centered. That looks good. Because technically the wheel is an odd number of blocks wide, and we're forcing it to be in an even number so that it can be centered on the trough. Which is, yeah, that's why this has been a little bit tricky, but we're getting it. We're definitely getting it here. Okay, let's destroy that piece. I'll even have a piece up in the tree. Okay. Might need to put one like here. Hey guys, question: when placing a new altar and upgrading it to full range, how many altars will that range be wide? Like you're wondering, like so meters wise, the full range I think is 100 or 160 by 160 by 160 by 160 XYZ kind of a thing, I believe. Why is this? Okay, I needed to. I guess I need to be even higher here. Oh. I want to get up under this block. Can I? There it goes. Okay. Perfect. Fantastic builder. Love the Keen Dev interview you did the other night. Could tell he's super impressed and pleased with the builds. Thanks. Yeah, that was a bunch of fun to do. Great having him on, and super happy he was able to take the time to do that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, 160 meter cubed. Yeah. Hey, no worries, Jibba. Hopefully we can help or someone can help. Yeah, check that out. That is nice and centered in between those poles, just barely on the sides. But this way we don't have to have it be like super wide. Yeah, fully upgraded altar. Yeah, 20 big foundations each direction. Yep. So this is like kind of sort of how it's gonna look. Like when these things are gonna touch the ground, I'm gonna have all kinds of support and scaffolding for it. We've got the water wheel, and we're gonna do the arch or a big column here behind it with like a stone column, and we're gonna build that stone column out of roof blocks. Just to make it interesting and make it like arched on the top. I think it could be pretty cool. Yeah, what do you guys think of that, like wider, like the waterfall's now a bit wider. I think that looks kind of cool. Like wrapping around the side like that to drive the water wheel. That's pretty cool. And then having it, yeah, fall into like a little spot here. I do see what you guys are saying. We could totally put some, like a little rice farm, like even here or something, maybe. Yeah. Anyone else hoping for more flame altars to be added? I hope so. Yeah, I was hoping that we'd get another one or two with the water update, but we didn't. Yeah. And thanks, Ebony. I think it's turning out pretty good so far. So we want, okay, sticking out by 8 blocks here, so let's go. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. So let's do this one like 1 block in, maybe? At this one here. Ooh, this looks nice to be able to like almost like brace on the side. Ooh, yeah, that looks very cool. But this one is going to be out of the stone. It's going to be a stone column. But that's about at the back, back side of the water wheel there. So let's come down with the this stone roof block. First, I got to sort of build myself a little platform here. Yeah, it need to be covered in water. Terrace rice farm there. It could fit nicely. Can you get bone meal without crafting it and your crafting recipe is bugged? I don't know. Fully upgrade flame gives a huge building area on all axes. Should be enough for most people. Yeah. This is all just level 1, or level, like, 4 flame altar. This is one altar for this entire village that I've done. It's huge. I have the altar up in the tree, so it encompasses the entire tree up there for the tree village portion. And then all the ground area, too, is a big space. Need the ability to upgrade your flame altar more, and more flame altars. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some more altars at least. I mean, it's not too bad. You know, I honestly, as a builder, I'm usually like on to the next project. I know I can just create a save of my world, and I think the only where like area it could really help would be for like community servers and stuff. Just to have more builds and, you know, really mega projects and stuff. Yeah, pets are definitely a bit buggy, yep. Is there a build limit, maximum pieces? No. You use however many pieces you want. The only limit is the water. You can only use 20 water sources, but I've only used 1 for this whole village so far. Yeah, you can only use 20 of those, and only 10 altars total. But within the altar, you could change the entire thing around, do whatever you want there. All right, so this is at the 20 blocks back. That was 8, and that's where the column is. So let's see here. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, yeah, so that's 20 over, and then the block is placed. That's pretty good. I'm going to continue this down to the ground and then see where we end up, and that maybe defines which side we go on from it. I'm going to need, let's see, a little guy a little lower here. Bet Contract was sad they didn't get more altars for their mega builds. Yeah. Yeah, him and his community do some pretty crazy stuff, yeah. You just show Still Saber all the farm animals. Still Saber's probably seen them. They are, yeah. You said show him the farm animals? I'm afraid that's not going to be possible. I can show you that they're... See, this is why I don't feed them, so that I can see where they are. That's my excuse for not feeding them. So that's how I know where they are in the floor, where they've glitched into, because I can see the little red icon. That's exactly why I don't feed them. Yeah, this was on purpose the whole time, so that I could see where they are. Yep. Yep, nothing, that was all intended. That was all intended. Except for render distance, what's the #1 feature or quality of life thing you wish they'd add? Oh, man. A blueprint system could be really freaking cool. Yeah, some way of, like, saving builds, and, like, build camera creative tools. I should say, like, but I kind of mentioned that along with like render distance stuff. But yeah, build camera, like, I would freaking love that. Be able to look at your bases from far away and take pictures or do like cool cinematic tours or things. That'd be awesome. Here, Wabbits disappeared too in the floor somewhere. Yeah, exactly. That's how you see where they are. Needs to be a hot deposit for chests. Yeah, a single button, like, grounded, dude, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But the animals got dropped by being loaded and outside of the render distance, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a cat in one of Chip's streams get stuck in the bench. Like his head got caught. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Grounded even with their build camera and being able to change the sun angle in any direction, and like Grounded's got some nice creative tools. That is something I love about Grounded and Valheim, is the creator tools are just top tier. They're so nice. And I love them. Yeah. So this arch is gonna be a bit wider. I'm gonna go. I think I do have room to go to the other side of the path, so I think we're good there. Yeah, out by 20 and then another. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do another row here of these arch pieces here. Let's see. Because I want this column to feel very sturdy. I at least want it to be 2 things wide. There's a group talking about making all the main places from Middle Earth. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, that would be really cool. And now with the water biome and stuff like that, those kinds of projects are things that like I really like to see when people organize all of that. But organizing projects like that, it takes a lot of effort. A lot of time and a lot goes into it. It'd be very fun to do, but I don't think I could single-handedly try to do that and also still be able to do YouTube and also my job and like everything else. That would be the dream someday. You know, or if I was like retired or something. Don't think I'd have the time to do that though. It'd be super cool. Have 56 of each farm animal type. Plan on making a giant farm someday. Oh wow, that's pretty crazy. That's awesome though. Obviously you want a smooth playing game, but I find glitches sometimes super funny. You know, I was playing Pal World and there was an empty, or no, wait, an enemy get launched into the sky once. Oh my god. Yeah, they can be very funny. They can be very funny. Or then there's the games like Minecraft where it's like the creeper was never even intended to be in the game. It was an accident, and then they're like, oh wait, this is like funny as heck, we're gonna keep it. Any plans to hop into Grounded 2 after you get through the new update content? If you want some Grounded stuff, I think Timber, you're hopping a bunch into Grounded. Check out Timber Builds in Twitch chat. He does a lot of Grounded stuff. Grounded 2 actually did really bad for my channel. Yeah, it's not something I'll bring back. I really like the game. I do think that it's amazing. But I didn't grow with it initially. And yeah, for some reason, like it didn't get any views. It didn't get anybody watching it much. Not anybody. I know some of you guys watched it. Some of the audience that like kind of watches a lot of the stuff I'll post. But yeah, it's not something that was worth a whole lot of time. We might do some more streams and some fun stuff with it. But yeah, Timber does a ton of grounding. It's got a lot of knowledge about it and a pretty good community for it as well. Yeah, creepers cause anxiety, right? They do. Yeah, I don't need sleeps. Exactly, Grimy. Didn't realize you'd played it. Just see your build videos. No, it's probably viewed more of a kids game. Sometimes it's like it's weird. It's weirdly marketed. I think it has like an adult audience, but some people that have come from playing like only a game like Valheim or Enshrouded would think of it as a kids game from the outside until they really get into it and then realize that it's like definitely complex and nice. But it's yeah, it kind of has like its own community. It's hard to sort of like convert, and it, like I think grounded only channels like Timber, some of your grounded builds and stuff have like popped off and done super good. And I feel like, you know, you have to sort of have like a existing like community for it to work well. It's hard to explain, I feel like, but yeah, a little bit of that kind of a thing. Yeah, they're gonna be fixing that, Mailman Craig. Yeah, the bug with the daylilies. Yep. And yeah, no worries. You know, I enjoy trying a lot of games and stuff. I never feel bad if they don't do well. It's more of like, all right, it just teaches me like what people want to see, and what to do, you know, for the channel. Because there's a happy balance of like I will still be playing Grounded because I really like it. But it's just not something I'm gonna put the time and effort in for the channel. I think I found that my channel audience is very how do I want to call it? Like dark fantasy. Dark fantasy, if I was to put a genre to this channel. And I think the genre of games is important. Do I think a channel only has to be playing one game? Absolutely not. In fact, I think with games having like a short-lived hype and stuff, I think locking yourself to only playing one game ever is kind of a bad idea. I think it's great to start, but I think it's kind of a bad idea long term because then your channel kind of dies off. But the genre I do think is important. Like you guys would never really want like a Fortnite stream. That's totally out of the out of the genre. Grounded was a little out of the genre. Even though it was a survival crafting game, it wasn't really within that dark fantasy feel. Like I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of you would really like, for this channel at least, would like games like, the new game that just came out, like Where Winds Meet, or The Witcher 4 when it comes out. Like, these games might not necessarily be like building survival games even necessarily, but their graphic style and their feel of this dark fantasy, like in-depth adventure, cozy yet like challenging, if I were to try to put it to something, I guess. Oh, darn, Katie, you wanted to see a bunch of Fortnite on the channel? God, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Animal Crossing streamer got you to try Fortnite, so you never know. Yeah, I mean you never know. You never know, right? I mean Lego Fortnite's there, right? That the survival building game, and I like Legos, but yeah, it's not quite the vibe for the channel. Yeah, now you're upset, Katie. uh, Meslerte, thank you so much for joining again. So glad I'm able to see a bit more of your stream today. Heck yeah. No Arc Raiders. So Arc Raiders is cool. I just haven't had the time to get into it or get it. But yeah, graphically and stuff, it's definitely kind of in that area. It is more of just like an FPS game and stuff, which is a little bit less what I do on the channel. But yeah, you guys kind of get the point. I think there's the themes to some of the games where, that's partly why Pow World didn't really make it on the channel much. Is like, I mean, I don't know how I feel about Pow World either. I just wasn't ecstatically overjoyed to try that game. But I just think the graphically and other things, it just wasn't quite there. That's what I'm a little worried about with Under a Rock. I think Under a Rock's gonna be a really good game, but it's a little like cutesy style graphics, so we're gonna have to see when it comes out. Like I think Light No Fire, for example, is gonna be really great. It looks awesome. It looks kind of graphically what we were after and stuff like that. But yeah, games like Enshrouded, Valheim, stuff like that. How big is the map? It's huge. It is huge. Yeah, Crosswinds is nice. Crosswinds is nice. Yep. It is gigantic. It looks small because we can just scroll over the whole thing, but it's big. Yeah, can't wait for Under Rock. Yeah, I think we're at least gonna try it. We're at least gonna try it. We'll see how it does and stuff. I do think it's gonna be a good build. I think my bigger, or a good game, I should say, with good building. I think my bigger worry for Under Rock is honestly gonna be that they're taking so long to develop it, because it's a small team and they've got a very perfectionistic vision and another third-party, marketing team and stuff, that I think by the time it actually comes out, I feel like especially if it comes out after Light No Fire, it could just kind of get buried a bit, if that makes sense. Which, I hope the best for them, but that could happen. It could happen that it just kind of sort of falls under the radar because it launches too late. I think they hyped it way too quick. I think, you gotta hype a game like a couple years early is fine, but they've been like hyping it now for like 6 years almost. Not quite that long, but like it's been a long time, and eventually they're gonna have to deliver, right? Yeah, I know there's a lot of like controversy about Light No Fire. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Exactly. They've had rough launches in the past, other things, learned a lot from stuff. Yeah, dude, Grounded streams, I've grounded 2 builds. Every Tuesday for stream. Been playing Enshrouded the rest of the week. Playing more Grounded 2 live. Mid-December, nice Timber. Yeah. And wasn't there like the winter update and some cool updates coming to it too? some awesome builds with Power World that you're super proud of. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a cool game. It released like with Enshrouded, and I'm glad I kind of picked Enshrouded for the channel over it. They both, having released at the same time didn't really give me time to do both. I kind of had to pick. What do you guys think of that so far? I mean, it took us a while to do, but we're going to get more bracing on and sort of flesh it out a bit, but this is not bad. I feel like there's too many trees kind of clogging it a bit. That's a little better. You guys can see that a little better. That looks kind of cool. Like for the arches and stuff, that at least allows there to be like one archway here. I think the 2 blocks wide is nice, just the column there. It's narrow, but it's tall enough to where it's probably good. And then we could even put like well blocks below it. What I wanted to do as well is 4 blocks over. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one here. I wanted to come down with another column on the edge so that we've got like the pathway essentially coming in between them. Yeah, I think this is looking okay. Small update coming in December, and next major update coming in January. Nice, nice. Looks odd without a stream underneath, possibly? A stream underneath it? Oh, like, yeah, you're saying like where the waterfall just goes into nothingness, yeah. I want to like block out a whole like little barrier wall here and do like even like a mini pond here where the water falls into, and then a stream kind of continue off that. We could even do a split on the stream to also come into this lake as well. Just to keep adding texture and add some interest. But yeah. Hope Keen sends Enshrouded up to where they can make a sequel with following Jasmina's travels beyond Embervale. That could be interesting. Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Like a little arch here, about 4 blocks wide there. I feel like that could maybe work. I don't know though. Maybe we just do it kind of coming out of the hillside, or I'm a little hesitant to. Let's see how does that look from like far away. If I did a second arch coming to, ooh, actually, that looks better than I thought maybe. So let's roll with it. I mean, maybe it'll look a little cramped, but I think it looks kind of cool. Like a second arch coming down where the pathway almost continues in between them. Just to go up to the tavern to kind of outline the path there. I think that could look nice. Chisel thanks a ton for the videos, learned a lot about building techniques, importance of depth. Of course, of course. Yeah, thanks for joining, and I'm so glad you're liking them. So much fun to build in this game. Arches are a nice touch for sure. Yeah, at least the one here. But yeah, like adding a second one, I don't know. Look at that waterfall at night. This does look really cool. Once it's all lit up too, like with the arches, the pathway and stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's looking good. Okay. I'll do another arch then. I'll do another arch and try it out at least. I think for this one I might need to yeah, I was gonna say I might need to bring this down this way so I can have a little more controlled here. And then we'll bring this arch down right here. And then, oh, missing materials. Oh, I need more blocks. Able to enjoy the game just for the game, or has streaming made it sometimes oh, like a Bisman's Holiday? Yeah, no, it's I really do try to just enjoy it for the game. I mean, I'd be lying if I said there weren't any stressful moments in trying to stream games or put out content, especially when you're on like time limits and things. But with a game like Enshrouded, like I do genuinely want to pick games I enjoy because I have in the past even, like, I get really burnt out if there's a game that maybe gets a lot of views and good for content, but if I really don't enjoy it, I'm not gonna, like, doing it. And, that is important, to me, so yeah. There's definitely different being a creator than just enjoying the game, you know? Like, I'm on camera, I'm, like, streaming, I've got the whole, like, setup thing. It's less about, like, just chill back with the little controller by the TV, by the fire, you know? It is less of that, so, you know, I do have some games where it's just, like, fun to just chill, just play for the game and stuff, but, yeah. Can't wait to see what you do with the dugout behind the waterfall. I think it'll be fun, to develop that a bit, but I think I'll keep it very simple. I just want it to be like a cozy little hangout area, I guess. Maybe a little tiny campfire and some like VUCA nesting beds. Something like that. Yeah. How do you get the glow under the waterfall? That's the green luminescent block. Or not block, but terrain material. There's like underwater growth, like green underwater growth. It's really nice. Alright, this should be enough of the temple blocks to finish what I'm wanting to do. If you could live off this channel, would you? Or you lose the fun of it if it turns into actual work? Good question, and I think the transition for that was like, I mean, it's a bit more now, like, okay, I gotta give some context. So, yeah, I am like, this channel is now providing close to, like, a quarter of my income. And I would actually really like to do YouTube in general more full-time as a thing. I really like doing creator stuff. I love the connections and the community that it brings, especially coming from my contracting stuff, which is what I do for my main job. You know, it pays good and other stuff, but it's very lonely, and it's just not something I want to do for the rest of my life. It's really something I want to get out of. But especially in today's like industry or other things. But yeah, I really would love to do it more full time, and I think with how I've set it up currently, as long as I take the breaks as long as I'd want to do it more in like a sustainable way, where I'm not worried about like, you know, super hyped things or trendy stuff, or like, I mean, yeah, I'd hop on some bandwagons sometimes, but I'm not gonna like, yeah, I can't set myself up to be diving into a whole bunch of pressure, because I've watched a lot of other creators and friends with some that have tried that, and they'll grow big initially, but I think slow and steady wins the race. That's kind of what I want on this channel, so it hasn't necessarily been a push to go full-time with creating, because I really want to, like, I wanna see it grow naturally in a way that I can sustain, and not feel like I had like a overnight one-hit wonder, and then the next, you know, year it's like, oh, this is, you know, I want the community to sort of care about each other and me as a person, regardless of just the specific individual game I play that might go out of style, and then it's like, yeah, you're kind of screwed, if that makes any sense. Hey, Sir Luteral, welcome in. Your nickname was VUCA in high school, Isaac. Does come across how much you love it. Was wondering, still, yeah, kick back and play for you. Yeah, exactly. And I still do sometimes. It's just fun. And like, the more I do it, the more I stream and stuff, like, this is really fun and like relaxing and stuff for me. I think initially the whole, like, you know, I didn't have a face cam when I started streaming, and, you know, like, I'm a very big introvert in real life. So yeah, the initial whole thing of like getting over it and stuff was a little challenging, but yeah, you kind of learn to, you know, get thick skin and stuff doing it, and get used to it and things, and I think for the most part it's really been great. Yeah. Freaking tortoise shells, they're all nuts. Couldn't tell, you seem so outgoing. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, for my job, I have to, like, interact with customers all the time and stuff, so, like, I know how to, like, interact with people, if that makes sense. I'm not, like, the type of introvert to where it's, like, oh, I don't even want anything to do with people. But I definitely have more of like, uh, you know, like I'd value like deeper connections over just tons of shallow conversation. Which is like probably why I really like growing the community, having the Discord, having like, you know, all of this. It just it's a lot of fun. And like, yeah, I definitely know how to manage or talk to people. It's just more of you know, like big social situations drain me. Like I'm not gonna go out to like a bunch of parties or bars or stuff like that. It's just gonna drain me. It's just not my cup of tea, kind of a thing. I prefer the cup of tea instead. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have to learn to laugh through your own mistakes while streaming. Roll with the punches. Exactly, exactly. So much to learn from it, for sure. Yeah, and yeah, still Saber might have to make some little modifications to the path. Bring it out a little bit further, I think, is what I gotta do. But this looks kind of cool. It's like the official like entrance into the tavern there, with the pillars and the water wheel kind of coming off the side. This looks really great as an aqueduct thing, and the way the whole thing just meshes together, where I can use the stone as the pillars and the trench itself. I feel like the water wheel, yeah, the water wheel definitely needs more support. It looks very skimpy right now. At least there's something there, but yeah, we gotta do a lot more support there. Yeah, social battery depletes fast. Yeah, same, same. I think the only issue with it is like social life in general. You know, I didn't choose to go to college or anything. Nothing I was interested in doing in life required a degree from that, and so you know, and I went to like a smaller school for elementary and other stuff. All my friends are in different states, like they moved away, kind of a thing. So yeah, I have Crimson in real life, so sometimes we'll get together every now and then. I was pretty good friends with my with the guy that I work with for doing my contracting construction stuff, but he's kind of off doing his own thing, and we don't talk a whole lot anymore. Just like that's the thing, like in the work life, I've been really good at what I do when it comes to operating the equipment and things. I often just kind of get left on my own. Like, oh, you're too good for this. We're just going to, you know, let you do everything and not give you another guy to help out, or, you know, like, so, and which makes total sense. I mean, you gotta be efficient when it comes to money and stuff. And if they can just pay me to do my own thing the whole day and not need help or instruction or guidance from other people, then that's more affordable. But yeah, it just means social life is like definitely harder. You know, some of my good friends are online, and I think that's the big hit. But yeah, couldn't agree more. Found so much, yeah, new friends. Work in HR for Navy. Oh, interesting. But when I get home, it's a lot different. Online community, IE gaming has brought you out of your shell. Yeah, and it's nice. It's nice to find good communities like this. For sure, where you can sort of connect with people, play games with people, you know, connect on something, and then, you know, I have made some good friends through it, for sure. Where am I from? Don't need to say this. Yeah, I'm in Colorado, in the United States. I've said it plenty of times there, so yeah, I'm not gonna give all the details. A bunch of you showing up at my house for a house party and something crazy. Grew up in an island with no road, internet, friends as all I ever needed. Nice, nice. Wife and he played 100% Enshrouded before Pact of Flame. Decided to start a new save, Wake of the Water. So much has changed. Ooh, nice, yeah, yeah. That was such a good time to start another playthrough and stuff. Great place you were stationed there. Oh, cool. In Colorado. In the chat. Yay, Colorado. From California, acid rain. Nice, nice. Yeah, boy, party at your house. Yeah, right. Family loved did vacation there, hiked the 14ers. You would live in Colorado if you didn't live in Iowa. Yeah, how do you like in Iowa? And so, I mean, I genuinely actually am looking to move because it's just too expensive here for what it is. It's gotten so, like, overhyped with I mean, like, Google's here now, IBM, like, all these companies overflow from California and everything else, and I've been here like 20 plus years, and it is completely changed. And it's just so not worth the price for what we get. I do love the climate and stuff, but I've been maybe looking at like Idaho or something for a similar climate. Idaho's kind of gotten expensive too, but I don't know, like I get like maybe West Virginia or like back east, like upstate New York or places like that are nice, but it would take me a bit to get used to a humid climate. Like I'm actually really used to being in a dry climate and I like it. You know, like my vehicle is close to 30 years old and running strong. Like that's the kind of stuff you get in a dry climate that I'd have to sort of worry about more in a different climate. And it might sound weird to people who live in like more humid climates, because that's probably just normal way of living for you. I'm just like so used to dry climate though. In Texas, but you want to visit Colorado? Or the Denver and Rio Grande Western, oh, steam trains, yeah, those are pretty cool. Do like the Pikes Peak Railway or something like that. All the way from South Africa, nice. Neither is where you're at, the weather's tops, nice, okay. I die in Georgia. Yeah, Texas is super expensive too, sadly, especially if you get a place that's not going to get knocked over by a you know, hurricane or tornado or something like that. Yeah. Same move to my area in Oregon, yeah, Oregon, Washington, places there's some nice spots. Same issue, everything is expensive. Yeah, it's insane, right? Live in northern Canada. Oh yeah, Canada. Canada. Identical to Colorado but cooler, yeah. Canada's awesome. Canada definitely appeals. I could maybe get like citizenship on like a trades job or something maybe, but be a little harder to move there, I think. Yeah, it depends on the location in Texas, exactly. Come live in the Amish country, yeah. Weather's nice, almost year round, yeah. Honestly, I love that about those places too, having the Amish around. Their quality and you know, everything else is just top notch. Another little support there. Okay, I am gonna... Do you guys think the wood for the windmill or the water wheel support is good? Or do you think I should have stone for the sides of the water wheel and then wooden bracing coming out of the stone? What do you think there? Yeah, North Carolina's nice, Isaac. I've got family there. We can go there a bit. I haven't been there in a bit, but it'd be nice to go back. But they don't have great internet. Yeah, internet, I guess, would be an issue some places, right? I guess. Yeah, an Amish wouldn't. Yeah. Not as bad as you think. Been a permanent resident for almost 20 years now. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah. Texas definitely hot and humid. Anywhere on the easy side, go for a West Texas. Yeah, more desert, almost no civilization. Yeah, right. Looks like it should be a combo. Yeah, I think so, Mina. It just, something about just being wood here when I have the two stone arches, looks a little not quite right, you know? No, a little not quite right. That's the best way to describe it. So let's see, if we did the 20, so we've got, this is on the 8th block, and then we had, maybe I do like a 3 wide. I could possibly do it 3 wide. Or 2 wide and just kind of go on the back side of things, but keep the wood around the axle. Oh wait, okay. Wood would have been used for the yeah, around the axle for repairs and things, right? Yeah. So maybe yeah. Maybe that could work. Maybe stone up to the water wheel, wood above? Oh, that's true. I could maybe use like stone columns below it or something like that. That's true. We can maybe do that. Eastern North Carolina here, hour from the beach, hour from the mountains. But yeah. Hate the humidity. Yeah, that would be the only thing there. Alright. Yeah, I do think this is looking good, though. I do like the arches kind of outlining the path, and especially once we add a whole bunch of detail to them. I think that's going to look good. And I think that was definitely the right move for the water wheel. Have it on its own path, kind of, its own thing, rather than putting it in the front of the tavern, because I do think that looks good. I think the detail and stuff, it does look very nice. Bigger wood pylon, yeah, something a bit larger than what we have. Or just a lot of bracing there in general. Personally love living in Iowa. Was raised here, yeah. More often you go to tourist locations, the more I appreciate being yeah, flyover state. Yeah, when you're kind of born and raised in an area, it's like you'd know the area and honestly can be pretty happy with it for a long time. Florida summers are pretty brutal though, yeah. One stone block on each side of the wood. Could maybe try that. I mean, why not? Let's just like do some experimenting here. Do some experimenting. I'm gonna try to put, let's see, can I get up in here? I'll do it on the front side since that's the, well, since that's the side I fall down from all the time, but also the side where we can like get a sense of how it's gonna look. Let's see. Yeah, I think I do have to kind of start at the top here. Is that looking any better? Being a little bit more man, that actually doesn't look too bad. We could even destroy the very top block and replace it with a stone. Let's see. So that almost like wraps around the top there. Creates like this support, like a hook for the wood to go in almost. How about having the well rest on the elevated channel? Yeah, second cascade of water. Not sure about the floating wheel, just a thought. Wait, having the well rest in an elevated channel? Like another one to sort of have like having like cascade thing you're saying? Interesting. What about 3 wide stone? Same as the other posts, up to the center. Put the water wheel, then wood up to the top? Okay. Yeah, like a second channel just under it? Ooh, that, yeah, I see what you're saying. Just under the water wheel and then have like another little cascade down. Acid Ray, I need your help, sir, with the rake and roofs. A video would be great. Well, thanks for a super chat, appreciate it. Yeah, rake and roofs. I do plan to do a roof tutorial for like terrain roofs, you saying more so? I was thinking of starting with a tutorial for those, since those can be pretty challenging. And, yeah, doing the rake. I could try to do something for that. Especially now we can kind of change the radius and things for it. Love the way it's looking, like watching, listening while working. Can't type as much, no worries. Yeah, Katie, you're in South Carolina, love the weather. But also work inside and heat and AC, yeah. I am wondering about this, like, this stone concept here on the sides. Yeah, I could almost kind of like come up with stone on the edge of the thing, so maybe like from the bottom we like almost surround the poles with stone. Kind of like some of you were saying that where like it goes in the water, but like 3 wide, or even just 1 on each side, honestly. Like where we could put like, I don't know, something like this. Um, ooh, that could look cool actually. Going up to the water wheel. At least on four sides. I don't know if I'll connect it all the way around, but I think that could be really nice. Let's put it, ooh, one block down. Let's start it here. Yep. Oop. Yeah, this might be what we're going for. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see that. That totally looks better with the support. And then maybe the wood just needs to be ooh, I think I've got an idea that we could do for the wood possibly. Yeah, much better. It doesn't look floaty. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely better this way. And yeah, we can go ahead and sort of ground it a little more as well. Because yeah, it's got to be. It'll be in the pond eventually too and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it there. But yeah. And then this side as well, we got to do the same thing on. Oop. How do you summon an NPC? Or wait, unsummon an NPC in Enshrouded? I don't think you can. I think you always gotta have them summoned somewhere. Unless you find them and just choose to never summon them in. But yeah, you do have to have them summoned somewhere, so you can always, I mean, if you really want, you can put a flame altar and have them packed in a tiny area and just not have them in any of your other bases if you want. But yeah, you do have to have them in somewhere. I wonder if that could be an option in the future, though. Yeah, so I was thinking, like, for more of a good look for the pillars here, I do have kind of an idea, a bit. Sir Hamburger Cheese, welcome in. Finally catching Chiselchip. Gonna zoom in 5 minutes. Oh, no worries, no worries. How long will I be streaming today? Probably not a whole lot longer. So unfortunately, yeah, won't be able to catch you for too long. But thanks for stopping in. Jack Temple secret door is so cool. Wait, it opens. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah. The random floating platforms are a nice touch. Oh, indeed. So this looks cool, but I do think what I want to do here is, I think having it be 3 wide is not an issue for this. I always hate, like, when it comes to voxels, that's what always gets my OCD brain spinning all the time, is like, oh man, it's gonna be odd, it's gotta be even, it's gotta be like roof peaks, like versus like some windows are even, some windows are 3 blocks wide. I just never know what to what to do. Yeah, I have a hard time deciding. I'm gonna need some more shell limestone actually. I'm almost out of these blocks. But I wanted the roof blocks here. What I want to do is take this out. Because I do think doing wood above the stone base would look good. Because technically, yeah. For skinnier portions and stuff, this water wheel would be supported by wood. Yep. We're gonna be falling a lot today too. Yeah, so in Minecraft, okay, in Minecraft I feel like it's easy. Minecraft, you always build odd. You always build odd. Because if you build even, your roof just doesn't work well, especially for steep roofs. But in Enshrouded, I've like previously kind of always built even, but like you also could build odd, you know what I'm saying? It's like conflicting. Watch our YouTubes for a while, love the content. Heck yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you're enjoying them. Just odd in general or something. What I'm gonna do here is actually destroy the middle portions. Got kind of a cool idea. To do like a wider support for the water wheel. It's 3 blocks wide, and we're gonna be odd here. We're gonna be odd instead of even. This would just make sense with the way things are here. We'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll decide the final thing. Do I use a mall server like Shroud Depot for materials on this world? Not currently, because I'm still going through the playthrough. But yes, when I'm done unlocking everything in the game, because I actually really like the adventure and the quests and stuff, then I'll go and use a resource world to make building a little more fun and easy. But I don't want to like accidentally unlock things using a resource world before I'm done already unlocking it in the game, if that makes sense. So I usually wait till I'm end game, and now that the update came out, until Crimson and I are done with the playthrough, I'm probably not going to be doing much in the way of resource worlds at the moment. What if we kind of have... Okay, I do like how there's the pillars there. So maybe I destroy these ones. We gotta leave a little space for the axle there of the water wheel, of course. I could even put like windows in between them or get creative or something, but we gotta have like, yeah, a little bit of wood on the bottom. And then I keep jumping off here. Got sidetracked while playing while listening. Enshrouded roofing often causes more frustration than even water. Maybe get annoyed with water. Remember roofing in this game? For me, well, yeah, I guess I could see that. Oh, that looks awesome. Yes, yes, yeah, that is perfect. Exactly what I'm going for, I think. Wider support. And that, honestly, the textures there look good. Same method you use, only learned about Shroud Depot the other day, visited with your old save, maxed out character, and was blown away. Yeah, it's pretty cool, you can get all the stuff. Kind of the closest thing we have to like a creative mode at the moment. Yeah, just wish we had more than 45-degree roofs, right? We talked to the dev about that on our Q&A the other day, and he was saying how originally it was intended to where roofs would be props. But... which I think honestly could be really cool. He thought it was like, oh, that defeats the whole purpose of the game. I thought it could be kind of cool. But, I mean, I can kind of understand, you know, to where, like, it would be weird just having props for the roofs and, like, everything else in terms of just, like, the overall feel of the game. I just think better level of details and, like, maybe options where we have roof blocks that don't create weird textures so that we could just build 45-degree roofs and have them look kind of smooth and stuff. I'd be down for some changes, for sure. I wonder how they could do it, but I feel like they could, if they wanted to. Food arrived, no worries. Yeah. Just hope creative won't kill cool community servers like that. Yeah, I don't know, that's true. With creative mode, a resource server won't really be used very much anymore. Yeah. Chisel server, you're only 26, stuck in the water biome. Sniped half the village from the rooftops. Nice. Yep. For 26. It works. Yep. Really badly flooded your base? Uh-oh. We did that yesterday just for fun. You can just click the flame altar and remove all the water if you need to. Yeah, circular dome type roof, right? Something like that. You can use those arch pieces that we have in the game now to create some dome roofs. If you rotate them up sideways. Yeah, check that out. That looks a little better. That's more what we were going for the water wheel support. I think being vertical is just fine in this case, but we could also do kind of wondering about this a little bit. So we could almost come out like even farther with the wood supports or something. No, it might look a little weird. We could use some angled poles on the sides. Yeah, that's what we could do. Yeah, I think on the top it's okay now too. Yeah, I didn't think about using the new arches for that. Yeah, of course. I mean, they'll work well for that. They're not a perfect circle, so for creating curved walls, they're a little iffy. But like a dome roof, you kind of rotate them all the way around, and I mean, you're stuck to the size of the arch, but you know, at least you kind of can. We are down here right below the Blackmire Spire on the map. When you tried your waterfall, the water was draining. Eventually, all teleport to Flame Altar, like a lot of water. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so just hit the little drain thing and then use stone. Definitely use stone for everything. That's how I've done this whole thing without any of the water soaking in or flooding anything or doing any of that. It's all stone. Tends to work out pretty well. And we also the dev hold up, the dev said we need to replace these with wood blocks. Remember when the dev came on? He was like, "Oh, these need to be wood blocks instead of roof blocks." There we go. Now the dev will be happy, and yeah, that looks better. Had to do that. Yeah, the dev loved the base. That was one of the things the dev was like, "Ooh, can I make one critique?" Like, it's awesome to get some feedback. I like totally didn't realize that. I built it with roof blocks across because I just blocked out the opening, and I was like, "Oh, but yeah, I don't like the shingles look there." Yeah, I really wish NPCs could use ladders, right? Just like more liveliness and like animation and stuff in general. I think for the NPCs would look nice for sure. All right, let's take out this. So now we have a bit of a nice looking water wheel here. At least like for the support wise and stuff. What I do want to do, let me get some props. So I want a couple of poles on the sides. I did irk some. I did the other day. I was like, hey, I'm gonna fix that block roof. I could send him a screenshot. I won't bother. They have more important things to reply to. So let's get some of these, and I'm gonna get, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Anyone want to finish your video edits? Are you feeling the uninspired post creativity thing? Let's see, can I okay, there we go. I want to rotate this down. I'll put it vertically, and then don't really want to be in, well, I guess I do kind of want to be in first person. Then I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess 4 is fine. Almost like support, you know, do some fun support on the edge of the stone here, maybe. Thought it could look cool. And then rotate it around. Oh, that doesn't, never mind. Okay. Q, I'll go there. There we go. Rotate it this way. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Don't want it there. Up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? Just some like more, a little more support on the bottom. It'll obviously be kind of in the pond a bit. But yeah, maybe that looks kind of cool. It just kind of adds a little something for it. I mean, we'll mess with it officially and, you know, like I'm saying, pretty it up and all that good stuff later. But for now, it's getting there. Props to all you for make your own videos on gaming. Respect. Yeah, it does take time. It does take time. Sure, Creative Casey knows. Yep, been diving into the game so much. Haven't even begun to build to the potential. Oh yeah, it's crazy how much there is in this game. That's for sure. It needs a mill house, and we'll catch a basin that dumps back into the pond. Yeah, yeah. I need to build that, like, you know, some sort of a basin or something, some water thing for it to catch in down here. I think I'm going to. I want to start kind of mining around here. Can always use this dirt and stone and stuff, so. But yeah, we gotta start creating a little spot for the water to go. Like the pillars kind of sort of need to be in the water, so I'll just remove some of the sand here. All right, this could maybe work. It does need to be built up a bit, so let's get the stone here, and let's do some normal stone as like the pond base. Let's just say, like, yeah, we're not gonna do it lower than here for now. So it still has to be like at a high point, because remember we're gonna flow all the way down to the barn, which is gonna need, yeah, a bit of space here. So let's get these. Oop. I love how these blocks like only remove the terrain and not the blocks in the way. That is so nice. Oops. Do that, and then a little bit of work out in the back here. There's some water on the little bush. Wait, what is going on with this like water piece? Like a single water voxel that's just chilling right there. I have a relaxing channel called Sound Expands. YouTube has changed recently and something bad happened to our channel. Oh no. That's not good. Yeah, hopefully it didn't like get deleted or something crazy. Let's see. Let's get this one. Boom. There. And then start to sort of take out some of the area behind here. Yeah, what is going on with that single voxel? That is like so stuck there. It's a mess. It's getting messed with because of the props, because of the supports there. Maybe I gotta like angle them out a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah, the AI. Yep. Yep. There's some crazy stuff that goes on with that for sure. Let's see, how high do I want this pond? I think pretty tall here. Alright, and then I want to sort of delete the ground here. And yeah, okay. And we gotta fill in the rest of this all with stone. as well, so let's do that. Okay, and then some stone back here as well. Okay. Now we have a pond-ish. Let's go ahead and like fill it in here. And then we need to put in, let's see. Make sure that's all stone. Put in the floor here to be proper stone. Okay, and over here. So now in theory, what is going on with this little piece of terrain? That's all stone. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll leave it. A giant pet sure looks on. Use AI for work in private sometimes. Gotta say, I'm so sick and tired of reading ChatGPT lingo everywhere. Yeah, those stupid M dashes and phrasing make me cringe, right? Want rounded roof types? Yeah, that'd be cool. Single voxel sounds like a nerdy sitcom. It does, I suppose, a little bit. Is this gonna fill up now because of the fact that we have... Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. It is filling up. Why? Yeah, something is like... Ah. It was a little bit of a weird voxel in that spot. So yeah, and then this section here, we could take the... take a bit of even like flower soil or even some more rocks or something, because this could be a creek that kind of heads down. But this is sort of just meant as like a pool to catch the water. So I was thinking of some rocks maybe out behind it, or something. A little bit of a rocky edge to it or something there. Yep, this is filling up. Takes a little bit, but it's going. Because we've got the stone now. And then if I wanted to sort of do more of the pond aspect to it, what if we kind of took on this side? We can sort of round out these edges a bit more. And yeah, acid rain, to be honest with you, I don't use the rake a whole lot. I don't find it very helpful. In some cases, for larger projects, it is very helpful for farming and stuff. But for a lot of this little stuff, block by block is just kind of... I don't know. I like having the control over it. Was trying to build a ramp to the treehouse and kept having terrain show up out of nowhere. Yeah, or some that's because this location is like over a year old or something. Sometimes that happens. Just happens irregularly, or yeah. So what can we do with the terrain here? We've got Revelwood stone. A bunch of some Revelwood dirt. Okay. We're gonna want stone kind of along the edges of it though, so what about like this whole area kind of in here? Maybe that should be some of the other stone where we could get some of that foliage that runs along it. This is looking cool though, and then we can essentially just have like a little creek that heads down to the farm. If I take the pickaxe and just kind of dig through here, this would be the sort of the path for the creek. It's not gonna be perfect yet, but This pickaxe does a lot of damage. Yeah, Creative Casey, if we did a little mill house at the top of it, I think that could totally work. Let's see, I kind of want this to be like at an angle that I could still put a bridge over it. And that this could head into like a little pond right here. Or we could have the path that goes over like a little bridge here or something. Yeah, that's a nice little like spot for the creek, I suppose. Yeah, this is nice. I think that'll work. Hashtag Chiselchip, don't drop on your foot then. Start to get used to the rake, small bits at a time. Take your time over it. Yeah, I need to learn it actually more, you know. I would need to do, there we go. Now it's overflowing on all the sides. Yeah, this is looking good though. I like how we've got the multiple waterfalls. This whole area is still working just fine. Even after all that water output in the other spot, which is pretty crazy. The big thing is like, is it still overflowing here? Yeah, it is. Still enough output to get all the way down to these areas, which is just crazy to me. That's awesome. They really did do something crazy with the water. I was under the impression that maybe it would be like just a block that we could place similar to Minecraft and that maybe it would spread out, but like this is really something else. And I'm honestly shocked at how well it works. So let's do a little creek that almost runs alongside this path here. So something that sort of, let's see, it like digs into, like kind of coming down here, I guess. Main thing you have to be mindful about with the rake is that terrain gets pulled to the spot of your cursor. Yeah, rather than the spot of like where I'm standing kind of a thing. Yeah. Looking good, they've nailed it. Yeah, they've done such a good job. Wow, you're live, so cool. Welcome in. Use the rake to help smooth things out when I terraform. Use different sizes like the overgrowth tool. I think it does now. I think it does have different sizes. I thought that was part of the update. Yeah, and watch the angle you're using. Exactly. That's always tough. Let's see if I sort of climbing up here a little bit, and then we take out this piece. Almost create like a little creek, and then I can kind of... Oops, I didn't want that. I want the stone back. Just to get all the edges here. It's all gonna look so messy. Honestly, terraforming is like one of my... it's really hard to do. It's not hard to do, but it's hard to like... It's hard to see everything look so messy initially until I like make it all pretty again and make it look natural. You know what I mean? Like when everything's like blocked out, it just looks really messy before it looks better. Need to kind of step down a block here maybe. All right, there. Yeah, so this creek is gonna take a bit to get to where we gotta go with it because of the whole. All right, yeah, let's get all this stone and stuff out of here. Or all the dirt, I should say. We want to get like this here needs to be destroyed and stone. Destroyed and stone. Down here to be stone. First and foremost, we're just getting everything stone, and then we'll do our like foliage and make everything fancy and stuff later. That is kind of sort of coming over here a little bit. Like this needs to be a little bit wider and less, yeah, I don't know. That'll work. Seem to be in a rocky situation here. Love terraforming even more than building, maybe because you don't have to be perfect. That is very true. That's always what I have to remind myself with terraforming is just, yeah. Definitely don't have to be perfect. You just have to kind of go for it and it'll work out. I don't have to worry about the grid, and I'm not going to, or I would drive myself absolutely crazy. Alright, so we do have a little bit of water. Oops. Really want that one there. What about a little bit of foliage there or something? We do have some water coming down. It's all soaking into the sides on over here, though. We're not really going to be able to visualize the water. I think that's the big thing here is like... Oops. I think I want that to be, yeah, more like here. One more back for the bees. Alright, so we do have water in here. It's just really hard to visualize at the moment. It's going to be a fairly weak signal. Maybe if we put, maybe I could make this a little lower. I have just over 1,000 hours in the game right now. Yeah, different size, and you set the depth. Oh wait, of the rake, or are you talking about like the terraforming here? Let's see. Let's keep bringing this, opening this up a bit more. Really bring some water through here. I think it'll look good like once we're, let's see, bringing that out. I want to kind of delete that a bit down there. There we go. Now we can at least kind of see some water coming through. Oh, this could look nice. And now it's going to soak in here because it's all dirt, but at least up this point, we've got some water. It just looks so bad right now. It looks so bad right now because this is just stone, and it's like, it just looks like a chunky, like I just took a piece of clay and started blocking something out, and that's exactly what we're doing. It's gonna look so much better later on. Yeah, it needs some moss and growth and all that good stuff. We need to do so much to sort of completely blend it into the terrain and make it look like a actual like riverbed, you know? Like eventually it's gonna look a little closer to what we've done down here. Like, you know, like this is kind of a little more natural looking. See, it got some growth, little rocks on the sides of it, a bit of pebbles. Some underwater growth. I mean, this is a cool little river, a little stream. But yeah, this was you last night after watching the stream. Little bits with stone. Yeah, it's so like, I feel like if I sit there block by block, I'll eventually get it done, but it's gonna take me forever. And so like, yeah, you kind of need to just sort of go for it, you know? At first. It's so nerve-wracking, but it's true. Like, you know, get it over here, we could use like some foliage and sort of bring this out a bit, and maybe some flower, use some flower soil over on this side. Kind of cover up those rocks. Like, eventually we'll get it all looking nice. And we can even take the little 2x wall piece here and sort of like destroy down a bit on the edges, since we don't, you know, I know there's like some water overflow. That's gonna all be handled later. Yeah, having like some unevenness a little bit here, a little bit of flower soil there. Yeah, like we'll get it. It just yeah, like to tap the rake as I go around makes little edges and stuff look more natural. All right, Joe, we're gonna try that. What if we try the rake on the edge of the stream? Like, what happens there? I want to get it and try. What do we... I could delete this to put the rake in my inventory. My inventory's getting full right now. Because maybe this could be a good use of the rake if we could smooth things out nicely in this smaller space. Okay, so scale up and scale down. Move up and down, fine-tune rotation, and large rotate. That's so nice that we can change the sizes there. Okay. So yes, this is much needed with the update for sure. And then if I just do like, okay, fine-tune rotation. Yeah, so it rotates in the way that I look. So we could even go like one. Oh, that's too steep. I think the first one's is good. Okay, yeah, something like this maybe. Oh crap, that did not work. Oh boy. What happened there? Okay. Yeah, so I think we gotta build this up like a little higher on the edge here. Using some of that new limestone and stuff would look really good for this, actually, I think. Even a little bit of the flowers and some of the growth and whatever, but... Let's see, once we, like, blend it all in and stuff, I mean, it'll look nice, but... You looked at the Ashes of Creation? Oh, the game? I have not. I have not played it at all. I've seen stuff of it, but yeah, I haven't played it. What is going on here with this whole, like, all this water up above the thing here? Is this happening because of the props, or is it just because it used to be flowing over that now we gotta, like, shut it off and redo it? Seems like changing the size did not actually change the size. Yeah, I think it did. It just does have a bit of overspill. And, did you, yeah, change the area of impact? It's just G on the scroll wheel. Make the rake larger or smaller. But yeah, it didn't quite, that didn't quite do what we wanted it to do. Oh, I wanted to shut off the water supply. And that way we can get this to stop, like, overflowing and being all weird here. Be able to, make it look more natural. For the most part, man, the block by block is just nice. I don't know. I tend to prefer it over the rake. I know it takes longer. Is it an unwritten rule to blame, irksome when these things happen? Only when explosions happen. Only then is it, you know, those are most definitely always Irksome's fault. What is going on here? Oh, it's because of all the wacko terrain here. Gosh dang it. It's because of this whole area has changed now, and like, so it's just appearing terrain out of nowhere. We're having the same exact issues we did when we built the staircase. Oh, I hate that. That's gonna drive me nuts. Trying to do this whole creek. It's just in this area, so I'll get over it. Does that mean that this whole section, though, is gonna always be flowing and flooding and being weird like this, though? Oh, that would suck. It's actually all Crimson's fault. Played Ashes of Creation a bit during Alpha, but it's coming along a lot now. Going to stream help soon. Nice, nice. Yeah, this is gonna get really annoying. Really annoying. If we can't, like, what the heck is going on with the water here? Is this gonna stop? It looks like it's gonna stop. Okay. It looks like at least it's gonna stop. But yeah, this is gonna be tedious trying to deal with all the terrain doing what it wants to do here. because we can't, because the stupid hillside was changed. Yeah, that's gonna be really annoying. I am not, I mean, we'll get it eventually, but, but yeah, that's not gonna be fun. It's just gonna keep creating blocks where I don't want it to create them, essentially. Just kind of cover the pond, yeah. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be this pond section. I don't think we're gonna have too many issues with the rest of the build. Wait, just cover it and then just undo? Oh wait, and that refreshes the voxels in that area? Ooh. Also had areas that water stay like that. Oh, like for the water, yeah. But for the terrain, do you think that would work for the terrain as well? Basically what happened is I've had this base now for like a year and a half, and they've changed this hillside since. Because it's in my flame altar, it hasn't changed, but whenever I try to build, it places like 10 voxels in all kinds of different places that I don't want it to place them. And it becomes a real issue for me when I'm trying to build. Kaizo, welcome in. First time catching live, fan of your builds. Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. We won't be live for too much longer. We've gotten some good stuff done today. Some more messing around with the water and all, but yeah, appreciate you stopping by. Get a little bit of terrain in these areas, maybe. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get there and get this all to work. I feel like, right, something about this, like these. Maybe I'll just have them on the one side. I don't need my wooden plates. But I don't like them in the pond. It just doesn't quite look right. I like them on the back. We'll keep them on the back there, but... No rage quitting. No rage quit, Chip. We want to see the end result. You guys can tell I'm close. Like, ugh. This is gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, with the whole terrain thing happening there. It's gonna take a while to make it look pretty is what's gonna happen. The water will only rise... Wait. I gotta, I need, like, a bigger monitor for chat now. Okay, water will only rise the height of the water source. Make sure your fountain stays lower. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Yeah, I had the same issue in your base. I had dug trench naturally with soil and plants, etc. And then was exactly where the water refused to rise. Worked with artificial soil, but not the natural soil and plants, or simply refused to rise above a certain level. Is it, yeah, you gotta use the stone there, but yeah. Or just do a wall drain at the top of the pond lip. Yeah, I could do that. Thanks, Creative Casey, I'll let you know. You're willing to assist me in prettying up this whole pond creek area? Maybe we will next week. Maybe I'll do a stream and you could hop on and do that. I'd be happy to have some help with this little section. Why didn't that skip the night? I went to bed. Did I not go to bed? Was I too focused on rage quitting my little creek? Oh man. A Prettify stream? Yes, Ebony, you could join for it too. Alright, what's going on? Did I not sleep? I didn't. Oh, maybe I did. I just woke up too early. Okay. It's gonna look good, you guys. It will eventually. It's just this stuff, it looks like we're getting nothing done. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This is looking pretty good, but... be worth it once it's done. Yeah, I hope so. I think it'll look good. I think it just needs a lot of love and a lot of work. And foliage, all kinds of stuff. If we kind of like... Maybe the single block would be better for this, like, case scenario. Just round out this whole edge and stuff. The rake is really not... I think that's what happened. It wasn't the rake's fault. It was the fact that we have all these whack voxels here. So I really am going to kind of have to use it block by block here to finish this off. When putting wall drains at the bottom and behind waterfalls, sometimes water will backflow and overflow. Yeah, that's a good idea, Joe. It's not happening to any of my stuff at the moment, because I can also just use dirt as a drain if anytime I want as well. Which for the forest village and kind of keeping the natural look, that has worked out pretty well so far. Yeah, we'll get there. This will all look good eventually. I just need to slow and steady and all. And the stuff down here seems to be fine. This whole section is not all screwed up by the voxels. It's just that top section there that's gonna be pain. But yeah, I think this section is gonna be okay. What if we use this piece to well, yeah, we'll keep it up by 1 block high here. And people keep saying the server is too hard. That happened to you. Woke up at 4:30 a.m. today, for example. Awesome, creative Katesy. All right, I will do that for next week's streams. We'll do some prettifying streams where we will try to mess with this giant I don't know what to call it right now. It's not working. This big creek thing. We have a little water here. Clearly the water made it to where it's supposed to go. It just I mean, we'll get it. I'll get it. And this whole area down here is gonna be the little like creek and stuff. So we'll do it. Recall checking chat log at one point when I was on, and there was like 9 in a row messages of Eric has died. Wait, something from Eric's? I didn't. I mean, maybe it removed him. Then I don't know. Backpack's full. I don't care. Chiselchip is giant gash in the landscape. Oh god. Yeah, it's that's what's going on here for a little bit. A little bit till we fix it all up. I'm using these wide stone pieces because like I said, we always can change them out later, but alright. Get that one there. And alright, we'll get it. This is looking okay if we kind of sort of use the stone to border bits and pieces of it. Oops. I want that one there or something. And then yeah, I'm putting the big chunks down, and then basically the prettifying streams are just gonna come through and like sweep through all of this with like the single block and just model everything to look nice. We're starting with the big clumpiness, and then we're gonna make it look nice. You know we will. I'm a perfectionist. I'm not gonna settle for less. We'll get it to work. But yeah. Model it to look more natural, with some luminescent growth in there and some plants and such. Yeah, exactly. And mining some other like materials and all that good stuff. Yeah. I'll try to turn the water thing back on. Let's see if we fixed at least our overflow problem. hopefully that's not voxel related. And hopefully it will work. Because remember, you guys, when we built this path to the tavern, we had that same problem, and it was awful. But we got it. It just took forever. Alright. Let's turn that back on again. And get the water flowing back up a little bit. Yeah, it just definitely needs like greenery and all that other stuff. Water sometimes seems to simply steep away natural terrain. Or yeah, it seeps away. Yeah, exactly, it does. You have to coat it with stone and everything else. Yep. That's what I did with this whole area and stuff. And like we did a good job on this. Like once we get some growth in the other area and like blend it into the terrain, I think it'll look nice. I am pretty happy with this. This needs work, but it's better than whatever this is. So, yeah. This needs the most work. But I think we'll get it. Just a lot of, like... Yeah, making things look a lot more natural. Kind of spreading them out, actually. Even that right there is already looking better. As I just get the chunkiness of these blocks away. And when we kind of, yeah, have some stones on the edges, blend the terrain materials a bit. And then, yeah, plant some paper weeds along the side, Ebony. And do all that. I think we'll get it. Alright, getting that to be wide. It's gonna start overflowing in this section soon now. We have dirt there again. Oops. Yeah, it only happens with terrain. It's only like a terrain thing, which is interesting. Just gonna put that there. This is gonna be filling up here soon. Okay. Yeah, we'll get it. And a lot of moss and other stuff like that. We'll get it to work. We'll get it to work. Ronnie, welcome in. Dude, it's been freaking forever. Every now and then you pop in. Went YouTube bronze because I wanted to get involved. Glad I did, although I've been water building at your base mainly. Yeah. And yeah, you should join you know, do some on the server and all that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people from the server in the bronze membership have been just experimenting around with doing some of their own stuff in their worlds with water. Kind of get ready to then come back on the server and do some more with some of that. Started playing Enshrouded on default. First came out, wasn't difficult sliders. Wanted to try hard mode after many hours on difficult saves with friends. We're on casual. Yeah, that probably felt super easy to adjust to. It probably felt super easy to adjust to, yeah. Arzalika, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day or evening. Yeah, I haven't tried the hard mode in Enshrouded with like the hunger and starvation and all that stuff too. That'd be kind of interesting someday, but also probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about it. It'd get really grindy or feel weird. But it does exist. We could turn Enshrouded into a Valheim, basically. Both your friends would constantly die in casual. Suppose it can be a hard game. I like doing that when I'm just like farming for resources and stuff. I'll just put on casual. It makes it easy. Alright, this will work. We'll have a prettifying stream next week. and do that. Yeah, learning curve for some people, exactly. It is. It is. Is this gonna fill up anymore? Feels like it's taking a long time. Let's speed it up here with this guy here. Fill up. There we go. That it always makes it faster just to speed it up and pick it back up. Yeah, you really can just adapt the game to whatever you want it to be. That is very true. Okay, now at least that looks like a stream, kind of. And it will eventually fill up this down here. And this is all dirt, so it's kind of, the water flow here is not great, but yeah, we'll get it. Try it on hardcore, be prepared for some struggles, but it's very fun. I bet it is fun. I was watching a streamer the other day who was like started a playthrough on the hardcore settings. Looked interesting, but yeah, definitely looked tough. Yeah, it is filling up down here. Look at that. And to have a little pond by the barn and then having like, I was thinking like a bridge over here, over the pond, pathway here, and then like a little bridge that like continues off this way and then a path like the rest of the way kind of along the creek. Maybe that's like too perfect or something too. I might have to like switch some stuff up, but yeah, I think it just looks weird now because of all the color and everything else, so I'm sure we'll get it looking nice. But I think it'll function when it's all done. Like I said, I have the save before we did any of this, just in case something really bad goes down, and I know exactly what I did with the water wheel portion at least, so I could just rebuild this little pond if this stream just really doesn't end up working out. I just thought it could be a cool idea to bring the water down to the animals, if we could get it to work. So if you guys have confidence in a prettifying party that we can get this to look nicer, then we're gonna do it. Until then, though, yeah, maybe I'll mess around a little in my own time. But this is gonna take a bit to perfect. That is for sure. It's gonna take a bit. You have confidence, Ebony? All right. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it then. We're on for next week then. I'll probably be on again Tuesday. Yeah, probably on again Tuesday. If you're not working, happy to help. Cool. All right, I'll let you guys know. Awesome. Oh, with that, I'm going to, yeah, be easy prettifying. Hopefully it'll be good and look a little better. Trying to plant some stuff, and it looks like too, I don't know, yeah, something about it's like almost too perfectly rounded over the tree and just doesn't quite look the way I want it to. Maybe we like have to zigzag it a bit, or I don't know. We'll get it though, I think. Cove is gorgeous too, some wonderful ideas there. Alright, off Wednesday and Friday, through Friday, Creative Catesy. Alright. Alright, so we'll have to do that. I'll let you guys know then. And yeah. Either way though, you guys like the like what we've done with the water wheel at least. That portion of things. No, not a whole lot happened today. But I think I'm pretty happy with that position, because now you still see it. It feels like an up front and center location of the build. But yeah, it's just its own little thing over here where we could totally put a kind of a little mill house or like some docks or just something fun around here. To kind of do that. But yeah, this whole thing needs work, obviously. Alright, yeah, I have 100% confidence in all you guys. for the prettification, yep. We'll get it. Alright. been great seeing the attempts and redos and the final-ish product. Thanks, Drasham. Yep. This is the beauty of lives and also the curse of lives sometimes too, is like sometimes we just kind of create a mess and it's gotta change. This is what goes into some of my build videos and things. There's like, it just all gets edited out. I have hard times creating some stuff too and coming up with ideas, but we'll get it working, I hope. Yeah, what do you put a little rice, there's algae in the pond, fields between where the water wheel and the pond. Oh yeah, right here. Actually, that's true. This could be a nice little spot to do some cascading farms. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, like right over here. Right over here. Could work. Yeah. Cool. Alright, well with that said, I am gonna go ahead and wrap up stream. Almost going for 4 hours now, and I'm just gonna drive myself nuts if I keep trying to do this without thinking some and taking a break, so we're gonna take a break from building, and then yeah, I'm gonna be on with Crimson again this weekend. Probably next episode will be posted sometime this weekend, as well for the playthrough, so do stay tuned for those. They're just fun. We had to continue it. And yeah, should be a fun few weeks as we sort of get to figure this out. It has been a ton of fun this week, getting to know the water and how all this works, because I think we really can make this forest village look awesome, and it's really cool to update it all. Finally have real water in here, or fake water, you know, video game water, but real compared to the ice. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining and putting up with me today. And I will see you all, yeah, next week at the very least for some more streams and all that good stuff. So have a good weekend, everyone. Alrighty, cheers.